How's it going, everyone? Thanks for stopping by. You guys are lining up, waiting. I love this. This is terrific. It says a lot about what we're building here, isn't it? It's terrific. What a community that we've created, man. It's so amazing. Thank you all for coming by, being part of this. It's I never thought that I would get to even, like I said, 10 viewers wanting to watch me listen to UK hip hop, man. But what we've done here is so much fun, and I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here. Um, so I mentioned before, I do live in a rural area. I moved from the city to out in the rural area where a bunch of farms and stuff. So the internet's not great. So I'm hoping that this works out well, and there's no lagging issues or any of that kind of stuff. Um, so I've talked to uh, someone that I've become friends with here from the channel, and they gave me some pointers on doing my first live. This is all new to me, obviously. So for this one, what I'm going to do is if you saw the Instagram post, maybe not, but I think I picked 7 or 8 songs that I'm going to focus on tonight. That way, I'm not trying to read the comments and write down song requests and do all that. So I'm really hoping that you guys are cool with that. And maybe next time we will do. I see Ali talking about doing an entire album. That's something I'd love to do, especially with this now that I'm over 1,000 and we have the ability to do these lives. I think it'd be a great, man, sitting down and just going through an entire album. I know a lot of albums nowadays, anyways, the really good albums nowadays are almost a story from beginning to end. And I really enjoy that type of, as you know, music with a message and music storytelling, all that kind of stuff. I really enjoy that. So I would love to sit down to an album. I can't remember who it was that was saying it, but it was somebody who was talking about the Task Force albums. That those albums are meant to be listened to from beginning to end, and I love Task Force, as you guys know. So that'd be a trip, man. Uh, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump right in. Start with this Leaf Dog track. As you all know, 4 Owls is where this all started. Fell immediately in love with Leaf Dog, his voice and his cadence. He was so unique, man. And then I find out seeing, the more I looked into Leaf Dog, the more I realized the guy is a hell of a producer. I can never even. Every time I listen to an Ill-informed track, I fall more in love with Ill-informed, and I think, man, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Illinformed's a better producer. And then I hear a Leaf Dog track, and I'm like, nah, man, no, Leaf Dog's still my boy. Um, but man, they're 1A and 1B, man. Um, anyways, what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump right in, give this a listen. I might pause it, not as much as I used to, that I usually do when I'm actually reacting to a full song. But if something jumps out at me, because I want to get through all these songs tonight, and I don't want to keep everybody for too long. So what I'll do is I'll stop it now and again, and then maybe I'll stop at the end of the track, look at the comments. Anybody wants to say anything or whatever, or point something out, maybe something I missed. We'll do it that way. So let's jump right in, see how it goes. Keep our fingers crossed. Sorry, what did I say? I'm not going to pause it and then right away. Leaf Dog with that signature sound, man, that he has right at the very beginning. I'm not even going to try to imitate it because I act like a fool. But man, just that little singing thing he does at the beginning. I had to You can't hear it? Shit. Sorry, guys. This is all, like I said, all new to me. Hang on one sec. Let me try something here for a second. Um, let's move this down. All right. I have no. Can you hear me? Okay, though. It's just the music that's low, or is it both? No music on your end, eh? Okay. I wonder. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Can you hear the music coming from my headphones? That's so weird because I did test it and it did seem to be working earlier. Um, Not too sure exactly what I'm supposed to do here. Hey, first time, what are you going to do, right? Um, my apologies. Yeah, man. Hey, I say we've reached 1,000, and then you know, um, then I blow it. Tomorrow morning there'll be no subscribers. Um, yeah, I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do with this, man. Because according to this, the audio is coming through. Um, I have the mic turned down. Hopefully that makes a difference. Um, Let me try. Okay, I'm gonna try this and see. I just changed I changed the audio capture to the external or internal microphone. My apologies, rather than the external one. We'll see if this works any better. Let me know if it doesn't, and I don't know. We'll figure out. We'll maybe pause the stream for a few minutes so I can figure this out. Um, let's go. Let's see how this works. Okay. Just gonna bring it back a little bit here so I don't miss anything. Anything yet? Nothing. Still nothing. All right. Um, Okay, so yeah, whoever that was, sorry, Tom. I'm gonna let the audio run. Unfortunately, so if I unplug the headphones, it may make a difference. You think? You want me to try that? Let's see. All right, let's see. See how this goes.
Take the piece out of the two we're giving, but I'm a strictly spit for those that need uplifting. I hear the whispering, I ain't out for pole position, man. I'm only here to relate and contemplate what it is you're missing. Never discriminate, rock your stereo, right? Hooded up, live the rough, it's a stereotype. I give a fuck, speak with insight in the...
Any better? Awesome. All right, so I'll do it that way. Make sure this is turned up, and that's what we'll do. All right, here we go, guys. Once again, thanks for coming by. This is great. Thanks for bearing with me while I get through all this stuff. You know what? I'm going to bring it all the way back to the beginning. Leafy deserves that. You guys deserve that. Let's go. Too bad my speakers sound like shit.
It has to be straight from the fucking heart. Can I do that shit? Yeah. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. As I start to speak, you're the only one to listen in the room full of people compelled by snake. This is my next composition comes clear, but all they do is hear. Never under suspicion that this we might be holding here. This the way.
I'm loving that little bit of a beat switch underneath. Very subtle, but I'm just loving that boom, 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 boom thing he does. I think it's so friggin' sweet.
I'm clear, but all they do is hear. Never under suspicion that this we might be holding here. This the way we're living. Take the piece out of the two we're giving. But I'm a strictly spit for those that need uplifting. I hear the whispering.
Yeah, I've said that before. There I am pausing it again. Like I've said before, man, when I listen to the 4 Owls and I listen to Leaf Dog, they always seem to fill my head with what I need to hear at that moment. It's so surreal for me. Like that day that I did the song "The Rain," I didn't get into it in the actual video, but I started off my day like in a terrific mood because I saw that I hit 1K, which just blew my friggin' mind. And then I got this email that just kind of like set my day down a really dark place, and I got pissy. I wasn't going to do a video because I wasn't in the right frame of mind. Got on that Leaf video, man, and just him spitting those lyrics, I realized I was being a complete tool. And then I had to look at myself. Like he said, man, he wasn't a fool until he played that himself, and that's where I was. And these guys, man, like you said, they're talk to the ones that need to listen, need to hear what they have to say, and I love these guys so much.
And the two we're giving, but I'm a strictly spit for those that need uplifting. I hear the whispering, I ain't out for pole position, man. I'm only here to relate and contemplate what it is you're missing. Never discriminate, rock your stereo, right? Hooded up, live the rough, it's a stereotype. I give a fuck, speak with insight in the hope I just might make the kiddie out there understand the pen fight. Hardly ever right, but what I bring to this makes that feeling in my chest, makes me really persist. It's often missed, but they get it over the years. Just like Dolph Lundgren, I make them give me their ears. So please come take a walk with.
Nice. I actually saw. It's weird that came up because I actually was going through YouTube the other day and I saw some fight scenes from Universal Soldier. I think that's the name of the movie that was from. And for a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, man, the friggin' fighting in that movie is so horrible. I guess it's the 80s though, late 80s, early 90s. But that's a great line. I'm gonna make you give me your ears.
Dolph Lundgren, I make them give me their ears. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. The essence of my life force, progression from the mind source. Pen hits the right course, revealing the dark force through the art talks. All these souls in the seats, stay blind in the sheep. So what I really speak, here's a prize you can keep. Hear my cries and my weeps to the laughter, the here and after. Still seep, still seeking the soul, still trying to understand more than they can ever know. Caught up in the domino effect, those will reflect. Though it's hard to accept, I give my heart for this rep. That part I project is my life, so you can get my better or my worst. From the young pups growing to the leading of the class, all I ever really heard was that old MC talking my life. How did he ever foresee? Had it down to a T without a foot wrong. So forever I'ma sing my favorite love song. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely.
Writing snap.
Hey man, every time I hear a Leaf song, I think I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's just the fact that I love so much of Leaf stuff, and I don't want to listen to it, man. I want to wait till I get a chance to hear it on this channel. But I still think that last track I did, The Rain, might be my favorite Leaf Dog track, man. But this was so much fun. Hearing him doing that singing and stuff, it's so much great. It's so great. I friggin' love it. That's a tune, man, that I'm going to be playing quite a bit for sure. And that's what I do too, guys. I know I talk about it a little bit, but it's supporting the artist in terms of I do what I can. I've ordered a few shirts and stuff from over in the UK, but as you can imagine, the cost to do that and everything is kind of insane. It's like double the price for a t-shirt getting it over here. I do what I can. So one of the things that I can do, and it doesn't break the wallet, is as soon as I react to a track, I go to iTunes and I buy it. It's the least I can do, man. These guys have been great for me in so many ways, and I get to share it with you guys, which is terrific, man. Hey man, it is a dope track, and hey, I told you I'm not going to add any. I'm not going to add any songs to this one before I know what I'm doing. But I am going to I am going to keep track of what you guys are asking for. I'm going to add it to the reaction list that I have going on. It is a rather long list, as you can imagine. But the good thing about what I'm doing tonight too is that a bunch of these tracks have been asked for, so it's unfortunate if someone's not here to see it. But I'm getting rid of a few. Do I ever get takedown notices? High focus. I don't get takedown notices at all. I do get I do get a copyright strike, or I get a copyright notice. Not a strike, meaning that when I start to make money, if I ever do make money off this channel, then they will get the money from the advertising. But it doesn't count as a copyright strike. They're good that way. And I think they're the only channel, the only record label that I've been doing that I've get a copyright strike with, or a copyright claim. And that's and I like that too, because I mean, I'm doing this to hopefully there's a few of you cats, man, that have actually said to me, I hadn't heard that track before, and you guys live in the UK, and that's what this is all about, man. Spreading the music, spreading the love for hip hop. So And as far as I'm concerned, guys, UK hip hop. If I had to listen to, well, that's all I ever do. If I have to listen to one genre, it'd be UK hip hop. I have a list on my phone. It's just called my playlist, and that's all I listen to all the time, guys, because it's the best music in my mind. So the fact that they're cool, that I'm able to react to it and not get any pushback is great. Yeah, man, Barbarian. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, and I know Barbarian. I got to tell you too that I do have your latest track to do soon. It's a very important message as well, and as you guys know, like I said at the beginning, hip hop music with a message. When you can deliver a message with lyrics that are fire, man, that takes talent. And Barbarian, he can do that, and I'm excited to check that out. So, so what do we have next here? We're going to jump right into the next one, and I'm going to have to skip this ad, but
Not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
So another Leaf Dog track. Datkid and Leaf Dog, Scheme On. For the Love of Me, I don't remember. Is it Rock Marciano on this one? And Datkid, man, he's another guy that I really... sorry, what do you say? Yeah, I am on Instagram as well. What I do is I post little snippets of the videos that I've done. I don't have a Twitter for this channel. I don't have Facebook for this channel. So basically, my fiance asked me to create a TikTok. So I have a TikTok account, and so what I do is I post little snippets. So hopefully, what I'm hoping for that is that people will see it and come over and check out and actually find some artists that they haven't heard before. And man, that's my biggest hope, is to get some of these guys the recognition they deserve, because there's so many great artists, man. And it friggin' kills me when I'm not talking shit about anybody, but when you see someone over here that doesn't deserve the recognition they get, and then they post a song and it's absolute trash, and they get 65 million, 100 million views, and you can't even listen to it without your ears bleeding. And you get these cats over here who are just dropping straight bombs, and they get 15,000 views. It just hurts my friggin' brain. It's not right. Yeah, man, Datkid was another guy that the first couple of times I heard him, he's a little bit like BVA for me, where the first couple of times I heard him, I wasn't sold. And then the more I heard him, the more I really began. I think it was 36 Chambers was the one that told me that he went to jail, and the stuff that he's done after jail is actually better than the stuff he did before. And I've found that the stuff that I've heard the stuff that I've done lately has really been like high quality stuff, man. Like really impressive stuff. So I'm excited to give this one. I think we did. What did we do? Crud. Crap. I can't remember the name of it. But I did do one from this same album. But I'm gonna jump right in, give it a listen, see what I think.
Yo, got a ready teeth ledger, drugs in the low. Yo, check it, dog. Yo.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause real quick. Am I right to think that Ill-informed produced this beat? Or is it Leaf Dog that produced the beat? Somebody tells me it's Ill-informed, but if that's the case, then you have Leaf Dog and Ill-informed and Datkid all on the same track. It's that's absolutely ridiculous. It's called Datkid. That's how you pronounce it? Datkid? Okay. Thanks, Allie.
Yo, check it, Leaf Dog. Yo. We shine like Bolivian raw. Knuckle dust to crack your jaw, make you sit on the floor. Trust me, I'll get the list for your tour. Show 30 man deep and start war. My click's thicker than yours. Black.
Man, you gotta love him, man. The guy, you can tell. Like, you're saying he is a scally. The guy, it's like, I'm gonna get the list to your tour, and I'm gonna show up with like my crew 30 deep. He's going to show that he's what did he say? Anyway, he's going to start a war, show that his crew's thicker than yours. coming right out, man. This guy's a beast. I really like him.
Show 30 man deep and start warm. My click's thicker than yours. Black gloves, black hoodie, black 90s. Guess it's time to do something grimy. Loyal man beside me. Supreme camo body warmer, blue jeans. I'm smoking blue dream, devising my new schemes. Fuck a routine. I'm on some on-side. Fuck your green light. I spray and pray like Uzis. You're too clean to try do me something. I'm real, you must be dumb. It's in for me and I'm coming. I've been fucking since my days.
You say you must be dumb, you sent for me and I'm coming? Oh my God. This, you know, he reminds me of the kind of dude that you wouldn't want to get in a street fight with. Like, you get that sense? Yeah, it is, man. Ali, this friggin' beat is sick. It's got that, I've said it before, it's a dirty friggin' beat. That's my way of saying that. It's just that it brings me right back to when I was a kid, man, when I first started. Actually, it's probably about 10 years, no, maybe a little bit less, 5-6 years into listening to hip hop. Because, hey, when I started listening to hip hop, I was totally into heavy metal music, and I thought hip hop, I had no interest in it, thought it was shit. And I was sitting down watching. We have Much Music here. I don't know if it's kind of like MTV, but it's Canadian. And Rap City came on, and Kumo D, Wild Wild West comes on, and I was instantly hooked, man. I got my hair cut, got rid of all my concert tees and all that kind of stuff. I became an instant hip hop fan, and so that was a little bit earlier than this type of beat, but this type of beat brings me right back to that grimy East Coast type of stuff, man. That got me all the way through high school. It's amazing.
Fuck your green light, I spray and pray like Uzis. You're too clean to try do me something. I'm real, you must be dumb. It's in for me and I'm coming. I've been fucking since my days of drug dealers and muggins. Always crafted like a fiend and I'm bugging. I believe I've been crudding before half of you was seeds in the stomach. And like then you're still in need of some love and you're on some beg shit. My bitch sucks like she upside down on a cake shit. She brought home the next bitch to join in while I pressed it. We detached from fires to breast shit. They fell asleep after sexing. I did a jack and got to Jetson. Prime suspect every.
A little bit of a different way of giving a shout out to Jack Jetson, but thanks, Ali. Leafy did the production on the whole album. Good to know.
They fell asleep after sexing. I did a jack and got to Jetson. Prime suspect every time I'm arrested. Spell my name and address wrong, play like I'm dyslexic. Then I skip bail if I guess it. Nothing's what I was left with. Now I'm on my collection. Check this rap shit don't work, then I'm getting my scheme on. Stick to what I've been on. Think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I be from. These same streets I bleed on. On the same streets I get my grease on. I ain't living nice, then I'm getting my scheme on. Stick to what I've been on. Think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I be from. These.
It's kind of I guess kind of this hook, this verse or chorus type of thing he's talking about is that, you know, he's staying true to himself. Basically, is what he's trying to say. Where he's still on the same streets that he's been on, that he's bled on. And it's what a great friggin' track so far. I'm excited to hear Leafy on this.
To what I've been on, think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I be from. These same streets I bleed on the same streets I get my grease on. I know you're trying to take it further, but you leak back. Like a 90s office worker, I just see facts. Detached, that's a drug fit.
Man, that's one thing. Leaf Dog loves his one-liners, man. Like a 90s office worker, all I see is facts. Nice.
Like a 90s office worker, I just see facts. Detached, that's a drug fiend, cutting up feedbacks. In my destiny, bringing don't need the feedback. Backing in the spot since I made tracks with G-Rap. Miss me in the interview, won't say it on lead track. You convince them that I'm friendly like you've been abducted. My counterpart said the only thing I'm coming up with. Making hip-hop a religion like Al Hubbard. Your videos look like R. Kelly in the cupboard. Unexplained cases, here's the recipe for greatness. We'll come up black.
What was that? All your videos look like R. Kelly in covered. I'm wondering if he's talking about, like, I'm not too sure, but did R. Kelly shoot like some like hidden camera shit? Is that what he's kind of saying? It's like your videos look like they're shot with a hidden camera, low quality type of video. I wonder if that's what he's getting at. Or I guess you could say the women in the video or the girls in the video are underage. Maybe he's getting at that too. I'm not too sure.
Your videos look like R. Kelly in the cupboard. Unexplained cases. Here's the recipe for greatness. We'll come up blank if they try to take this. I ain't lagging that style like paint drying. Only limited edition cause the people ain't buying. Only calling them the greatest, that's a scapegoats. Like an addict with an empty plate, you take notes. If this rap shit don't work, then I'm getting my steam on. Stick to what I've been on. Think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I bleed from. These same streets I bleed on. On the same streets I get my grease on. I ain't living nice, then I'm getting my steam on. Stick to what I've been on. Think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I'm...
This is an honest, true friggin'... I know, Al, you pointed out that it is leafy on this beat, but it is that, man. It's that, it's that, like, you know, it's that, well, it's either going to be leafy or it's going to be ill-informed, but it's classic leaf dog track, or leaf dog track, beat, leaf track. I'm a half a beer in and I already can't speak.
Stick to what I've been on. Think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I bleed from. These same streets I bleed on. On the same streets I get my grease on. Did the dance, flip the fish by the gram, keep the stick close. Boss when shit go get out of hand, get hit with big toes. Shit could go awry behind the glance, play the cribble. The kilos got the shit from Javier Ferrillo. Extendo by the window. Niggas ain't low, they go anyway the wind blow. Only family matters like the Winslows. Long as the end results, this niggas spinning off of Enzos. Pretty much, who can touch us? I bust my gun, shot up the spot, hey mama love. I'm a thug. The soda made the white tan like the Bahama sun. They thought I was Barack Obama's son. Knock it off, knock off this not sauce. Can't cop this product in the dollar store. See, when you flies me, you might need a pilot. Hold the...
Man, that's a freaking sick shot. Man. I've said it a million times, but you guys, with total package, man, video production and lyrics, it's always friggin' great. And that shot there, man, that is Hollywood quality shot. I'm telling you, man, that is friggin' awesome. It says a lot. They say a picture says 1,000 words, man. Don't cut me off yet. I got another one. I'm having 2 beers tonight. Just 2. I'm a lightweight now. How are you? Happens when you get older.
Can't cop this product in a dollar store. See, when you flies me, you might need a pilot. Hold what the fuck I need a stylist for. Ride or die, that's what I've been taught. If this rap shit don't work, then I'm getting my scheme up.
I gotta let you know. It's funny you say that because it says these UK-US features show how advanced the UK scene is. I think that's twofold because it shows that you can get cats, man, to come over here. Or at least be part of this UK scene, but you get a legend like Rock on this track, and completely underwhelming to me. Like, and I don't know if it's a little bit of my prejudice in terms of how much I'm loving UK hip hop right now, but to me it's like so underwhelming, that verse, because Kid went absolutely bonkers. And Leaf Dog, man, he was wonderful as usual. But yeah, I was very underwhelmed with this with Rock's verse there. But man, overall this friggin' track is great, and I love this beat, and I love the first two verses that were were just terrific.
Stick to what I
How's it going, Pete?
been on, think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I bleed from. These same streets I bleed on the same streets I get my grease on. I ain't living nice, then I'm getting my steam on. Stick to what I've been on, think you're safe, dream on. Still in the bits where I bleed from. These same streets I bleed on the same streets I get my grease on.
All right, so I want to catch one of these comments here. It's from Tom Jordan asking me why I haven't reacted to Mike Righteous Fire in the Booth. Actually, it's a good time to talk about this, actually, because we're on this live. It might be a little bit easier. So my worry is, guys, is that I did try to do, I don't remember what artist it was. I did try to do a reaction to it. And I got about 2 minutes into the Fire in the Booth. And it was all that friggin' dropping the bombs and hitting that, that alarm that was going on. Sometimes I found it so friggin' distracting. And not only that, I found it almost insulting to the artist, because some, like, and as good as these artists are, he would drop the bomb on him rhyming cat and bat, and the guy would drop a friggin' bomb. So I guess I got to get out of my own head. I got to give them a listen, because I do have that ask for a lot. But I guess I gotta be able to separate the two. I'm having a hard time. That was near the beginning. It really was near the beginning of this channel. So maybe I will give it another try. And it may have been Devlin, his Fire in the Booth. Might have been where I started, and I just couldn't do it. It was a minute and a half, 2 minutes in, and I'm like, I can't listen to this guy dropping the bombs. So, but I might do it. I might get to it, man, because I do like Mike Righteous, and like I've said when I've done his videos, he's not for everybody. I do connect to him on a different level because of my past. So I do. Well, thanks. 36 Chambers says that Rhyme Asylum has done a Fire in the Booth too. Didn't know that. I don't know. Maybe that could be a live stream, man. It might be a way of doing that. Is getting around that is the Fire in the Booth live stream. Maybe we can do that. Maybe that's something we can do.
Are you tired of paying full price for makeup, kids' toys, shoes, kitchenware, milkshake,
So I usually do listen to the advertising, because I do get money off that. But I'm not going to do it here. Obviously, I don't want us sitting through advertising. So this track I'm really excited about, because I love Dirty Dike, and it seems like it's been forever since I've done a Dirty Dike track. And what got me really excited about this is Remus being on this. And if you guys watched my Ocean Wisdom, was it OKDK? I believe it is. I was absolutely enamored with Remus. He that verse, it's been said, a few people have said in the comments, like, that's the only track that Wizzy has actually been overshadowed by one of his guest artists. And I kind of disagree with that, because I have Freeze on my playlist, and I still think that's one of my favorite. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's among my favorite Ed Scissor verses, man. I know it's a little bit different. It's like a spoken word type of thing, but Ed Scissor just absolutely kills that friggin' track, man. When he comes on, I'll be driving the car, and then he'll come on that track. I'll get the friggin' stink face going. I friggin' love it. The guy's amazing. So, but Remus, man, Remus on that OKDK track, it blew my friggin' mind, man. That's the first time I heard him, and he's something else, and I don't think he's doing stuff anymore, which is unfortunate. At least I don't see his when I did a search for Remus, I didn't see anything new. But anyway, I know this is a long track. It's got a bunch of cats on it, all of them killers. You all know, though, I'm not a huge Lee Scott fan. I have yet to hear a verse from Lee Scott that I've actually been like, yeah, I can see why he's so revered in the UK. Anyway, here we go. Let's jump right in. Know what this reminds me of? Is over here in Canada, whenever there's a team that in hockey, whenever a team scores, they have this like horn that blows. That reminds me of that sound. Now that's leave it up to Dike, man, to do something like this. The guy is such well, in my mind, he's an underrated producer. The things that I mean, he produced that whole, if I'm correct, that whole first Wizzy album, and the guy is just amazing, and I don't give him enough credit, man. I don't talk about it enough, but he's a hell of a producer too. He takes things, takes sounds and uses sounds that no one would ever think about using. It's remarkable.
I was meant for something bright, somewhere in my light, flashing like the paparazzi. Instead, I'm in a cemetery full of souls gathered from these crashing kamikazes. Break it down for any man who won it, any category. Shit is catastrophic. I'm trying to be a man of honor, but this savage army got me cleaning out of morals. Brother, you could get your balance borrowed.
Oh my God, this guy is so freaking insane. I need more Remus in my life, man. Seriously.
Trying to be a man of honor, but this savage army got me cleaning out of morals. Brother, you could get your balance borrowed for a second. You can fall asleep for 40 fucking seconds. You can all repeat what everyone has said, but I don't give a fuck. The answer to your question is tales of a weapon unknown. Which way will the flux capacitor take us? Far away from the present, I hope.
A little bit of Back to the Future shout out there. Now I guess I should say this is a 9 minute 36-second song, so I'm going to try to pause it at least the amount of times as I can, or we'll be here to midnight my time. We've already been going at this 40 minutes, which is insane. It's awesome. Love each and every one of y'all. I think these comments are great. It's blowing my mind, guys. I really do appreciate it. So unless something really jumps out and punches me in the face, I'll try not to pause it on this track because we'll be on this for so freaking long. But let's get back right in.
I gotta say, my little girl, these manners are dangerous. I just don't give a fuck what a rapper's gotta say. Me dreams the future. Going to task of evolution means no text from a dark people. You got my boyfriend to this half piece of music. Don't test me. I just wanna slap MCs. Don't tempt me up in the bad shitty man seeing documentaries. Task force to the sharp codes. Come get me. I hate starting a rap. So many man wanna start when I rap. Grass in the back, that's garden and swag. Get sparked in the nights if you ask for a track. Look, a brother gave me a call tonight. He said he got food so he's calling, right? I thought it sounded funny on his water right. I said, calm down, blood, you ain't water right. I mean, round here, fam, it's all water.
The guy's eating. The guy's got food, and friggin' Wizzy goes on his Facebook page and says, "Calm down, you're not Walter White." Jesus.
And the nights if you ask for a track. Look, a brother gave me a call tonight. He said he got food so he's calling, right? I thought it sounded funny on his wall to right. I said, calm down, blood, you ain't wall to right. I mean, round here, fam, it's all wall to wall. To tuck it in your jeans, bring a tool to school. If you do it fast enough, then your balls will fall. That's actually one of the main rules to ball. Man wanna act fully gas when he meets me, then ring back like it's all cool to cool. Nah, no place ain't even a port of call. If I was locked out, man with a stool to fool. Nah, soon the catch busy sitting in the street. Bit of veggie, little bit of meat, little bit of sweet corn, little bit of weed, little bit of bars and a bigger bit of greed. With the Asians like raisins, the blacks clap clap, the whites spike spike. Just kind of rhymes, don't make it right. Just cause rap, don't make it a fact. He turned to the twat and he came with a pop. Still gonna rap, still gonna trap, still gonna back. What I said when I spat, still back to the bone, still acting my fat, still switch backed out in the room, black out, can't nap. Don't give a shit if you leave waste every day. Bring to the chicks, best mates with a gap. I'm still gonna come to your house with a bag full of shit. And a max that's doorstep swagging. I don't give a shit, I'm on your porch just bragging about how your house gonna get tossed and shagging. I'm still gonna act all rash, still gonna scratch my nads, still gonna blag my swag, still gonna stash my cash, still gonna chat my fraff like normal. When I lived in the background.
Man, I really like Wizzy on that beat. Yeah, man, he handled that beat really well. And I think I mentioned it in that OKDK. I do feel like Remus has a little bit of that. I think I said he kind of sounds like a hybrid between his dad and Ocean Wisdom at the same time. He has a little bit of that hybrid sound. Man, so far 2 friggin' verses in, and it's just been madness, man.
Sat down spat with a sad clown face, and my mates all trapped in a bagged out state. Mouth tastes like a sack full of hate, brains all mashed like a bag of potatoes.
Dike, my goodness.
Fraff like normal. When I lived in the background space, sat down spat with a sad clown face, and my mates all trapped in a bagged out state. Mouth tastes like a sack full of hate, brains all mashed like a bag of potatoes. Sound clash, maybe I slap sound's face and escape crash land on a maxed out base. I'm a waste man back, well that's what they say. But I smash more tunes than you, stuck to the game like super glue.
I like when, as much as I like when Dike this is a clown, and it's all about dick jokes and stuff. I do like it when this is him rhyming dirty, man. This is like an angry verse from Dike, and you can hear it in his voice. Like it hits a little bit different, and maybe it's the beat that's bringing it out for him. But yeah, I'm liking this. He's got a little bit of dirt, man. A little bit of that grime in his verse right here.
That's what they say, but I smash more tunes than you, stuck to the game like super glue. Buck rearranging a Rubik's Cube, I stay true, pick a place, and the music proves that I'm hardworking, grafting, dedicated, make beats, and I never take shit. Make peace with the enemy, or fuck them in the arse when they least expect me to struggle with the past. Bang bang.
Just when I mentioned that he's not making dick jokes, he talks about fucking a guy in an ass. But oh man, you can always count on Dike to slip one of those in.
Never take shit, make peace with the enemy, or fuck them in the arse when they least expect me to struggle with the past. Bang bang boogie say I jumped, the fat plan, man fans pushing up, bum rush the jam. Crash line cushion, enough fun to have, so I couldn't give a fuck about side on flag. I just wanna sit here chilling, couldn't give a piss about your kids or women. This is jigsaw Britain, we live in another fitting right. I really couldn't really see the mate, I'm just taking a piss, breaking the crib and I'm taking a kiss. I don't give a shit if you lift weights every day, ripped and your chicks best mates with the pigs. I'm still gonna smash shit right up, still gonna gag lines up with a snorkel, still gonna build my capsule and prawn and watch porn films on pills like no. How you ever gonna test me, fool? Bring up the pigs and arrest me, cool. Or ride the bird on one hand on my toilet seat and get out with a sentence small. Pissing in the wind like soaking. Shut up, bitch, I'm joking. When I'm on a track, I just say what I want, cause I ain't no prang, I'm open. I let it all come, man, be it. Ain't nothing real in the room you're seeing. I punched it and I lit it out through the city for the vagrants and off of my waist, girls fleeing. And that's past that in the hallway. So he ain't gonna trouble us yet. For now I'm unkillable, linger at the bar free stuff.
Did you say death's in the hallway, so he's not gonna trouble us yet? Did I catch that? I'm gonna bring that back in a sec.
I punched it and I lit it out through the city for the vagrants and off of my waist, girls fleeing. And that's past that in the hallway. So he ain't gonna trouble us yet. For now I'm unkillable, linger at the bar free stuff. In my left hand running up there, so I was raised on skunk and cider on tap. And debit cards deep in drag in a...
He's raised on skunk and cider on tap. I guess time to have another beer. What are you gonna do?
The girls clinging tight to their best friends here while they puke in the corner of the warehouse. Creeping around in industrial estates out west, all following the bump of their bass. Some girl all gurned up, much in her face. I'm due to the rig, brain much to a pace. At midnight, the walls all parted, unveiling a vista of carnage. Kids skin drunk as alive in the house, and the town sells guts in small wicker baskets. The bird's corpse with 2 tenors rammed in its nostrils and carnival schools on his tongue. As a fountain, a honeybee's pour from his lungs. Must be Friday, born to succumb.
Hey man, I've mentioned it so many times, but Baxter is more of a poet than he is as a lyricist. As good as he is as a lyricist, the things that he does is just remarkable in terms of the visions he creates. He puts inside your brain. He just reaches in and drops these visuals that you can't help but see. He's talking about like bees in the lungs and stuff. Like, you know, no one talks about this type of stuff. Very few cats, man, anywhere in the world that do this. Come out with the type of stuff that Jam does. He's very, very the company he shares, the group is very small, man, and most of them I've reacted to on this channel. Just an amazing lyricist, amazing writer. On big praise, man, to Jam. The things that he can do with his words are just insane.
Wonderful schools on his tongue as a fountain, a honeybee's pour from his lungs. Must be Friday, born to succumb. I felt the boredom biting through skin. Stepped out, carved the night, a new grin. Bright face smudging along these streets, and his bug-like glassy eyes that glued in. Looks like the spiders grew wings. Take to the skies, brave and extravagant. He got a beak out, tip out the point, so I stepped out the joint with a newfound arrogance. I was adamant the night never does it, like a bucket of luminous and leak into the gullet. There's the dog burst from the veins of the city as an angel in a silver suit shimmering above him. 2 taps for the deep vibration, draw for the martel, sweet hydration. Pitched up streets never seen like Satan, screaming out fuck the police, I hate them. Drugs in the shit with the neon pink eyes, skin so pale you can see her inside. The inner workings, the little heart burning, the fumes in their lungs I can see them in fire. Snake on the spine, close in the floor, few fresh blood, magma and gold and the cure on the weed never crash. Like that mist on the crowd and like weeds can hold on the shore. If you bear that, I'm a first class. If not, fuck it, bear back. I'm foaming out the mouth like nerve gas, cause I'm ice cold when I burn cash. If you're not me, shut the fuck up like Donnie. They say I'm pretty fly for a white pommy. I'm your new idol, I can do whatever you do, idly. Been around the world and I only took 2 steps. Come through fresh like a young Hugh Hef.
Nice. Hey man, you know, I don't give Lee Scott a lot of credit, but I love that. I've been around the world and I've only taken 2 steps. That's like he's a giant in the rap game, so he only needs 2 steps to cross or to circle the globe. I'm guessing that's what he means by that.
On the world and I only took 2 steps. Come through fresh like a young Hugh Hef. But in the F, what will he get up to next? Call me your highness. Don't mistake my ignorance for shyness. I clicker in the club, pillaging like pirates. You go home alone, we go home with bitches. Fight the dick for so long, he got motion sickness. How you gonna tell me that's not dedication? If the drugs don't work, you're on the wrong medication. Catch me walking by, get your vans up like you're trying to catch the falling sky. Give me the cash, fast, I don't like fussing. Full tears splashing to an almond milk white Russian. With all the evil I we done. I keep on praying till it's undone. With a nice cold innocent gun rum and a case of numb gum. Dumb son, we dumb son. Cocaine dumb son. Season vet, wouldn't start counting your bees just yet. My back catalogue got a lot of gold in, guaranteed leave a lot of these upset.
Sorry, I started reading the comments. Didn't hear Dabbla come in. I want to catch him coming in.
Season vet, wouldn't start counting your bees just yet. My back catalogue got a lot of gold in, guaranteed leave a lot of these upset. MCs chat a lot of bees in the set. Structure is poor, that's why they get a reply to the hip, then brush to the floor till you fucks couldn't even figure out with the what anymore. Exactly the point I'm making. Right words, but the wrong spacing. While you're standing there contemplating, this game's yours for the taking. I
gotta tell you too, man. Dabbla's on a whole other level too. All these songs I've listened to Dabbla lately. man, I friggin' the more I hear him, the more I appreciate what Dabbla brings to the table. He's very much like Dike, where he can be a clown, and at the same time, when he wants to be a lyrical, like he wants to be angry and lyrical, and like just put like verses that are punch you right in the mouth. He can do that too, and this is what he's doing here. And I'm really, really, really a big fan of Dabbla, man.
Right words with all the wrong spacing. While you're standing there contemplating. This game's yours for the taking. I don't want to part in it if it's not straight from the heart. Not the first sign where the future is set. It's something that you will respect. If not right now, then sooner or later. But keep this tune on the deck. We put it back so many times that I never get bored of the shit. Recorded a solid gold audio clip for the fuck of it. Now got them all in my dick. And I'm more than a weight. Sound is the basis of form and shape. Ever since I learned to talk in the tape, I've been caught in the landscape, sporting a cape and a sword for the death match. Coming to life in the wet patch. When you get stripped like a leg wax. No shit, I'm sticking my dick in your girl's neck back. None of you were giving me reason to take it easy, so I'm squeezing what I got in your face and I'm busting out. See the way you scour the place and I cuss them out, leaving nothing by the side. We taste me butter's mouth. It's the guy who disgracefully stuck it out. How I got them on a regular, begging to cut it out. Level up, brother, you know what I'm fuck about. When you see him, remember to tell him you shut it down.
Nice. So overall, I like this track. It's no surprise. Lots of killers on here, man. A lot of great verses. I want to hear it again. At times, I kind of felt like some of the cats were. Maybe it's just because I don't have my headphones on, but sometimes the music was overpowering the verses, and I really couldn't hear it as well as I hoped. As well as I hoped. Pardon me. So. But what I did hear, man, it was great. I still like his other one better. I don't remember the name of that one, but it was one of the first Dirty Dykes tracks I did where he had all those cats on it. Man, it had BVA and Leaf Dog and Flip Tricks. Something about 1000 was a Posse 1000 or something like that effect. I enjoyed that track more. I found this beat was friggin' kicking, but I felt that it was a little bit overwhelming, again, without my headphones. But anyways, overall, man, I got to buy that track because a bunch of killers, and I want to hear it a bunch of times in order to get a full appreciation out of it.
This isn't just a place for lifting or spinning.
All right, so I talked about Split Profits a few times along the way. Obviously, I've reacted to a bunch of their tracks. And I remember when I first did Two Kids, I never would have thought that I'd be where I'm at now, because I was all about Four Owls, man, when I started this journey. And I was thinking, there's nobody that's going to touch Four Owls. These guys, top of the mountain. And so when I saw Two Kids, I was like, well, it's definitely not going to be these cats because they're not even on the same level. And now, man, every single Split Profits track I hear, the more impressed I get. I'm enamored with these guys, man. I love each and every one of them. They all bring their own little style to the team. Res One is in my top 5 UK artists of all time. For me, if I had to pick 5 and to only listen to forever, man, Rez would be in there, hands down. Joey and Bill. I mean, the thing is, I see there's a bunch of cats, man, in this group, and most of the songs I've heard, I think Flying Monk I've heard once, and it's mostly Rez up front, Bill and Joey, and I don't think I've heard much of other ones. So I'm hoping that there's more artists on this track. It's only an audio track, but I'm hoping I get a chance to hear some more of their crew. Anyways, yeah, I love Split Profits, man. They're a hell of a crew, man. And they don't get enough respect either in terms of their views and on YouTube. It's kind of sad that they don't get the love that they deserve. It's crazy. So, anyways, gonna jump in, give it.
Check it, yeah. All we do is fix these. You ain't stepping on my feet, bitch. Please, I rap -degrees till the disc freeze. I'm from England, where we do more than just sit here to see what I say. Don't need to be able to lip read. I ain't going.
Sorry, I don't know what the hell happened there. Sorry. I'm gonna bring it back here because when that friggin' beat comes in, it's nice.
Check it. All we do is fix these. You ain't stepping on my feet, bitch. Please, I rap -degrees till the disc freeze. I'm from England, where we do more than just sit here to see what I say. Don't need to be able to lip read. I ain't going work today. I'm on sick leave. I've gone and found myself a nurse that will give me a street tease. Before it's back to the lab writing 16s. I call storms. The flow is forever changing at wind speeds. We keep picking up pace that was stuck.
Man, I gotta talk. I talk so much about Res One. I gotta say a little bit about Upfront. When I compare his, I mean, you can do this with any artist, but when you compare Res and Upfront to that friggin' Two Kids track, man, two different total animals, man. They've matured so much in their style, their delivery. The maturity is off the friggin' charts, and so far up front, man, it seems to be a little bit of a theme running tonight, where he's got that. It's like that angry, gritty type of style, man. This beat, and I'm liking it. It's that hard punching type of verse here by Upfront, and I'm gonna bring it back. Bring it all the way back.
All we do is fix these. You ain't stepping on my feet, bitch. Please, I rap -degrees till the disc freeze. I'm from England, where we do more than just sit here to see what I say. Don't need to be able to lip read. I ain't going work today. I'm on sick leave. I've gone and found myself a nurse that will give me a street tease. Before it's back to the lab writing 16s. I call storms. The flow is forever changing at wind speeds. We keep picking up pace that we're stuck in a slipstream.
Gotta love that cut too, man.
So the nurse that will give me a street tease. Before it's back to the lab writing 16s. I call storms, the flow is forever changing at wind speeds. We keep picking up pace that we're stuck in a slipstream. So to blow us over now would take more than a quick breeze. The incorrect perceiver, your clicks in the big leagues. You can laugh and joke, I don't find it funny that Vic Reeves. Every day I dice words in my mouth with my chip teeth. Look at where I'm from.
Nice beat switch.
In a quick breeze, the incorrect perceiver, your clicks in the big leagues. You can laugh and joke, I don't find it funny that Vic Reeves. Every day I dice words in my mouth with my chip teeth. Look at where I'm from, to get this far is a victory. Without music I don't know where.
Man, see where I'm from, like where they're at is a victory. And there's so many people, man, so many artists that are like that. They've come from nothing and they make their way up. And again, going back to what I said earlier, it's kind of sad to me, because not saying they don't enjoy their work, obviously. I'm not suggesting that, but I follow all these cats on Instagram and stuff, and I see somebody with just a small, toenail worth of talent compared to these guys, and they're sitting there just making mad bank, and all these cats and Split Profits, and I see Joey working on a construction site and stuff, man. He may love that job, and that's cool, man. If he loves that, that's all cool, and I wish the best for him. But what I'm saying is these cats should be making bad bank, man. It's sad that they aren't. They should be sitting there counting cash, not having to work construction. Like I really wish that more people would from over here who. But that's the thing, man. Like even the artists that are over here that have substance and deliver more than just a beat and a bunch of nonsense, they don't get the love, man. There are very few guys. Like NF is probably one of the ones that have picked up steam as of late. But most people, man, most people over here that have a message, people do not want anything to do with them. They rather just not have to think about music, man. Just put it on, bob your head, and move on to the next track. That's all they want. But anyway, these guys, man, these guys are mad. And I gotta comment on something that I saw. Have I ever seen a moose in in real life? Yes, I've seen a moose several times. Actually, nothing around here. I live a little bit too south for that. But yeah, I've eaten moose. I've eaten bear. I've eaten beaver. And what else, man? And then my mom's got a moose head with the antlers in the basement because my dad shot a moose, 1,500 pounds. We ate nothing but moose meat for like a year and a half. It was crazy. But yeah, probably around here it'd be more deer. You hear coyotes all the time. But yeah, no moose down here. We're a little bit too far south. We're about an hour north of Toronto, which I don't know if you guys know geographically where Toronto is, but we're actually south of some American states anyway, where we are. So not a whole lot of moose around here.
Right me, cause it gives me a reason to keep pushing my course till I'm 6 deep. I ain't afraid to kick speech, even if beats disagree with what I'm spitting when I'm flipping hit beats. Tell them SP ain't quitting, they can live in misery until I'm 6 deep. I ain't afraid to kick speech, even if peeps disagree with what I'm spitting when I'm flipping hit beats. Tell them SP ain't quitting, they can live in misery.
Live spitter, smooth like my wife's slipper, super fly rhyme kicker, black Nikes with the white ticker, live life with prime vigor, fine wine in the crystallized sipper with the rice dinner, word to my Skinner, that was my clipper, still the streets stay bitter like a lime sliver, divine figure, holy but inclined sinner, design the lines entwined into your mind's inner, I'm 9 in still got my life winner, they're too sweet like a white Snickers, they just a skid up on some white knickers, deadbeat behind liquors, never me. The whole clique neutralized rimmers. Yeah, we make you do the dive, kid, this dance for me. You piss and moan like Nina. Begin I grow smoke through the winter, no dilemmas. We'll turn you to cold dilemmas.
Till I'm 6 deep. I ain't afraid to kick speech, even if.
Hey man, I gotta say, love Rez. Not his favorite verse of mine, but hey, he killed it. But it's not my favorite Rez verse. Not that it has to be my favorite every time. But if I had to guess, that was probably my favorite upfront verse that I've ever heard from him. He killed that, man.
Till I'm 6 deep. I ain't afraid to kick speech, even if beats disagree with what I'm spitting when I'm flipping hit beats. Tell them SP ain't quitting, they can live in misery until I'm 6 deep. I ain't afraid to kick speech, even if peeps disagree with what I'm spitting when I'm flipping hit beats. Tell them SP ain't quitting, they can live in misery.
Yeah, you could say I'm getting large. Put a bit of weight on both the belly and the bars. Well, you know me, man, I love my baby, you're my.
Man, I love Bill. Put on a little bit of weight in the belly and the bars. Nice. Oh man, he's another dude, man. He's another dude that the more I've heard him, the more I really do appreciate Bill, man. He's something.
Put a bit of weight on both the belly and the bars. Well, you know me, man, I love my baby, you're my cards. But all these shitty rappers bred and left them breaders in them hearts. You're flowing fast, got the show and Saturn gas. I've been 6 and Sega Saturns, you been chatting out your ass. I chilled a bit since we was ramming out the dance, but I'm still out here on my shit, you lot are fagging out to trance. Well, you were skanking to the ruler. I've been down the lab snapping down crack on this computer. Treat the new school like I'm the shooter. Black leather duster, everybody run when we maneuver, yeah.
Oh man, that rhyme. That whole rhyme scheme. I treat the new school like I'm a shooter. Black leather duster. And he's talking about how all you cats are scattering. My goodness. They run when I maneuver. Oh my goodness.
To the breeder, I've been down the lab snapping down crack on this computer. Treat the new school like I'm the shooter. Black leather duster, everybody run when we maneuver, yeah. British hero like Harry Roberts. Fuck the coppers, dodge tax and run with Roberts. In the yacht we taking up the offers. Ostracized to those who try and stop us. Till I'm under six, I'm bossing.
6 deep, I ain't afraid to kick speech, even if beats disagree with what I'm spitting when I'm flipping hit beats. Tell them SP ain't quitting, they can live in misery. Until I'm 6 deep, I ain't afraid to kick speech, even if peeps disagree with what I'm spitting when I'm flipping hit beats. Tell them SP ain't quitting, they can live in misery.
Well, I didn't get anybody else that I thought I would, but shit. That was my favorite upfront verse, and that's my favorite Bill verse, man. Well, this is my favorite Bill verse. I don't know, but man, that friggin' bar about the school shooter, man, that was fire. That was a bar, man. That was a bar. So it's unfortunate I didn't get to hear more of these cats, but if you know where a track where I could hear some more of these guys, yeah, let me know, man. Let me leave me a comment and let me know where I can hear some more of these artists. Okay, before I get on this, before I let this track go, I've done one Jack Jetson track, and I remember being like, I remember being blown away by him, man. And I made a comment about, how come that nobody asked me to look at this guy? And then I was told, no, man, a lot of us asked you to look at him. But as you can understand, I get a ton of requests, and sometimes they get lost in the shuffle, man. I can't even imagine what someone like Shaq, man. Someone like Shaq, the fact that he's got like 2.5 million people subscribed to him, watching him do hip-hop breakdowns. I can't even imagine. That guy must have to employ people. Hey, man, not that I'm saying I don't love it. Keep them coming, for sure. But it's so easy for them to get lost in the shuffle. And I try to go on every day and go through and make sure I don't miss anything. But yeah, Jack Jetson, I was really impressed on his first track. Don't ask me which one I did because I don't remember. That was near the beginning. But I'm excited to hear him again, man, because I remember him being a hell of a lyricist. And someone asked me, I believe it was 36 Chambers, requested this song. And I see him on here. He's keeping you all in line. Thanks, buddy. Anyways, going to start this again. Give it a listen. He isn't taking requests anymore? Well, okay, that makes sense. I'm sure he still gets. I'm sure he still has a bunch of people shouting requests at him, though. But you know, and now that I have you all you guys here too, something I really want you all to understand is, I know I wouldn't be doing this without you guys, and your requests mean a lot to me, and I do mean to get to them as quickly as I possibly can. There is times where there'll be a certain song that'll pop up in my recommended that I've never heard of, like The Rain, for example. Nobody had requested The Rain, but I love Leaf Dog, so I jumped on that track, man, and I got a lot of good feedback from that. I want you guys to keep the recommendations coming, and one thing I won't do is I'm not going to sell out, guys. I'm not going to start doing stuff just because it'll get me extra subscribers. That's not why I'm here. I'm honestly doing this. I started doing this with the hopes of finding music that I love. So I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm not going to start doing music that fits out, that's not in the genre that I love. You know what I love. I love pure boom bap, man. Honest hip hop, underground hip hop. That's what I'm here for. So I'm not going to get on that stuff, man. I'm not going to get into. I had somebody ask me about. I can't even pronounce his name. H or Itch or whatever his name is. I know I probably just absolutely murdered that. And so I put it on to hear the first 30 seconds just to see. And all he was doing was, talking about, bitches, cars, and money, and how much he's just, flexing, that type of stuff. That ain't for me, man. That really isn't for me. I do like a hip hop track where, where MCs get on and they just flex how good they are as a lyricist. I love that type of music as well. But I don't want to hear about how much money you've got, man, how much cars you have, because half of that shit ain't real. You have guys that are renting houses and renting cars and renting women to put in videos. None of that shit's real, and I'm not interested in that. I don't live that lifestyle. Not that I live a lot of boom bap, underground, hip hop style lifestyle either, but that's what speaks to me. So that's what I'm going to stick to. And if that means we stick at 1,000K forever, then that's where we're at, man. But I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay real, and keep finding music that I want to add to my playlist. I want to have a UK playlist so friggin' long that I'll never be able to get to the end of it if I listen from front to end. That's all I want. And I've come across so many great artists, man. And that's what we're going to do. We're sticking with it. So with that being said, let's jump into Jack Jetson.
Jack Jetson, Johnny's change, Rock's change, RLD, real life shit, yeah. Yo.
Alright, who's doing this beat, man? Damn, I like that beat. It sounds like an Ill-informed beat or a Leaf Dog beat, and I know it's on Leaf Dog's record company, but it just has that feel, man. It has that family feel.
Jack Jetson, Johnny's change, Rock's change, RLD, real life shit, yeah. Yo, check it, yo, the farm frog spawn, 3 legs and 1 long horn, the wrong one born, about as normal as Norman Osborn, the bombs torn the heavens in half, we sat on God's lawn and kicked back, munching on the blood splattered popcorn, my mind's like the stars in the...
Alright guys, I apologize, I'm bringing this all the way back, because friggin' Jack Jetson, this goes friggin' ham, right off the start of this verse, the guy... This is not the... I mean, I like Jack when I did his first track, this is not the same Jack, man. This right away, his flow is remarkable. I gotta hear that again.
Check it, yo, the farm frog spawn, 3 legs and 1 long horn, the wrong one born, about as normal as Norman Osborn, the bombs torn the heavens in half, we sat on God's lawn and kicked back, munching on the blood splattered popcorn, my mind's like the stars in the sky, on late nights I take flight like alien crafts in space heights, my brake lights, the ember of green that glows red, the life cycle, born alive to grow dead, my whole head
Born alive to grow dead? Man, talking about tearing, what did he say, like tearing heaven in half and sitting on God's lawn eating the blood splattered popcorn? Friggin' visuals, man. Unbelievable. And his flow is just... This has got to be an older track, though, because I think he has tattoos on his face now, if I'm not mistaken. But man, I'm loving this. This is nice.
Green that glows red, the life cycle, born alive to grow dead. My whole head infected with ghosts that won't shed. My soul fled, left me a note he wrote in lead. I'm in over my head like scuba diving snorkelers, turning Ninja Turtles into mutant giant tortoises. I wage war on dictionary.
Turning mutant Ninja Turtles into giant mutant tortoises or something? Jesus. This is nice, man. This is storytelling, and I friggin' love it. Straight imagery.
A note he wrote in lead, I'm in over my head like scuba diving snorkelers, turning Ninja Turtles into mutant giant tortoises. I wage war on dictionaries and thesauruses, cause life got me reaching for the trees like brontosauruses. I'm on the rawest tip, keep your ill-bottom game.
has me reaching for trees like brontosauruses. Oh my goodness, man.
Into mutant giant tortoises. I wage war on dictionaries and thesauruses, cause life got me reaching for the...
Shit, I missed that one. I wage war on dictionary and thesauruses. Man, friggin' Jack is just stupid.
In tortoises, I wage war on dictionaries and thesauruses, cause life got me reaching for the trees like brontosauruses. I'm on the rawest tip, keep your ill-gotten gains. You'll never be as ill as Johnny Strange.
So it's Johnny Strange is like his alter ego. Something tells me he brings up Johnny Strange in that first track I did too. Yeah, man.
I walk across the face of the moon with no spacesuit, blazer suit, and taking a view. Fuck oxygen, my cradle, do inhaling the fumes. I look around as I appreciate the taste of the blues. I walk across the face of the moon with no spacesuit, blazer suit, and taking the view. You're spitting.
Fuck, man, he's talking about walking on the face of the moon with no spacesuit, smoking a zoot, taking in the view. Oh my goodness. I gotta do more Jack, man. I gotta do Jack. I gotta do more.
Walk across the face of the moon with no spacesuit, blazer suit, and taking the view. You're spitting whack shit, but fuck a couple haters. I'll slew the whole atlas with intergalactic alien crew. Yo, I animate grammar, take pictures, print acetate with canter spray canvas in the portrait of the shadowscape. Tarot play the hand of fate, dip in the palette paint, hanging from the gallows, waiting for my neck to snap and break. Flight of the navigator, fight like a gladiator. Words in my mind like designs on a pad of paper. Write like an animator. In the land of danger, fuck a knife, you could lose your life to the hand of nature. Multicolored canvas painter, couldn't crack the code that mastered flows, and I don't want the secrets of my craft exposed. War in the battle zones, I walk through the catacombs, slashing throats with an ice pick like Sharon Stone. Assassin mode, my mental home's the pleasure zone, living in the terror dome. My prophecy was set in stone, hip hop running through my veins like it's methadone. Doctor Strange, listen to my brain through the stethoscope. I walk across the face of the moon with no spacesuit, blazer suit, and taking a view. Fuck oxygen, my cradle, do inhaling the fumes. I look around as I appreciate the taste of the blues. I walk across the face of the moon with no spacesuit, blazer suit, and taking the view. You're spitting whack shit, but fuck a couple haters. I'll slew the whole atlas with intergalactic alien crews.
You're right, Steve, man. This is a huge track, man. My goodness. Oh man. That was friggin' sick, man. That was fire from beginning to end. The beat was ridiculous. Did I see that right? Somebody said that Leaf Dog produced the whole album? Because it had that family feel, man. That I would recognize any single time that those guys do a track. It has that, man. It has that feel. And man, he just, the lyrics, I gotta hear that again. That the lyrics that guy was spitting, he opened up my brain and put all of those in there, and I could see everything that he was talking about. Man, that takes talent. That was an awesome track, man. Thank you to 36 Chambers for recommending that. That was amazing. So whatever, I don't know what happened, but I did have Res 1 and Ill-informed For the Love on here. For some reason, it skipped it. I don't know why it did that. I might go back and check that out if you guys are interested. Right now, this is the... I know, Ali, that's what I always say, too. And lately, I've been feeling that way. The same thing about Ill-informed. It seems like every time I log on to YouTube, he's producing another track for a different cat, man. He does. These guys never sleep, and hey, man, we're better for it. These cats are producing the best music out there. It's ridiculous. And then, then you got all these other guys, Pitch 92. You got Hashfinger. You got Bad Habits. I know I'm gonna miss somebody, and I hate that I'm gonna miss somebody. CFAX, Dirty Dike. All these great producers, and I know I miss people. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out this Dabbla track. I think it's called Spine. And then, yeah, I didn't do Dead Players either. I missed that one too, didn't you? Okay, so if y'all want me to, I'm going to go back here and see what happened here. Yeah, Dead Players didn't get played. Yes, I skipped BVA as well. I skipped 3 songs there. Okay, let's jump on to BVA. How's that sound? And we'll end with. We'll do it in the order that I did, for no particular reason, but I didn't do it in any particular order. But I'm going to jump on this BVA track and get these 3 that are supposed to play here. Apologize about that. Sorry. A little bit before I start this, I've said it before, but when I first started listening to the 4 Owls, I really wasn't sold on BVA for the first couple of tracks I heard. I was like, like I kind of felt like he didn't belong, man. And this sounds horrible, but I felt like he didn't belong in the 4 Owls. Like these 3 other guys just absolutely were so much better than BVA was. And then that sounds freaking horrible. I know that sounds horrible, but I didn't feel like he belonged. And I don't know if it's just the tracks that I picked, but the more, I mean, I think I've done 20 BV or 20 4 Owl tracks now. And I got to tell you, man, this last album that they released, every track that I've done, BVA murders it. The best verses on every single track that I've done. And, you know, he's really, I feel humbled, or I feel dumb a little bit feeling the way that I did about BVA, because the guy's just insane. And I've only done 1 solo BVA track, and that's why I put this on here. I wanted to get another BVA. And I love Sammy B-side, man. The guy cuts is just ridiculous. Anyways, and I think this is produced by Illinformed, I believe. So you got 3 freaking killers on 1 track. So it's a short one, 2 minutes 38. Gonna jump right in. Screw that. Bring it all the way back.
Lots of division. I ain't based on my so-called opposition. Keep both eyes on the mission, man. They pray for the thriller plus.
What a friggin' fire way to come on a track. There's so much division, and he's going to keep his eyes on the mission, and he's not fazed by his so-called opposition. So it's like people have said that these guys are his opposition, but he doesn't even pay them any attention. My goodness.
So-called opposition, keep both eyes on the mission, man. They pray for the thriller plus. Half the new editions are just fishing for riches. They forgot about the spitting. Don't read the Bible, but Moses just parted the MC.
I'm sorry, but he's talking about all these cats, man. All these new cats, all they care about is the shine. They don't care about the love. They just want to make cash, man. And then he's talking about Moses, I think. Okay, I'm not going to pause it anymore. Hang on.
Bitches, they forgot about the spitting. Don't read the Bible, but Moses just parted the MCs. Fuck the path, we're growing underground like the seeds. Form an army of like-minded breeds. From our pipeline, we feed minds. Integrity is our guarantee. Heads that used to be respected, bitch, like hip-hop I neglected. Man, it makes me sad, but feel the need to still perfect it. Cause if hip-hop is dead, we resurrect it.
Sorry, what was that about? He saw hip-hop as an art form? Yeah, I just want to catch that again.
It's our guarantee. Heads that used to be respected, bitch, like hip-hop I neglected. Man, it makes me sad, but feel the need to still perfect it. Cause if hip-hop is dead, we resurrect it. Respect gets collected from a lot to act big dick, but you can see traces of lipstick. Strutting their shit like a girl that knows she's fit. So I say,
acting like a big dick, but you can see traces of lipstick? Man, BVA is... He's talking to someone. He's talking to someone right now. I like it. Yeah, an angry BVA.
You can see traces of lipstick. Strutting their shit like a girl that knows she's fit. So I say control your prick, but I don't mean your penis. We don't need a new slip. Kanye West doesn't beat us.
We don't need another Slick Rick and Kanye West. What do you say? I gotta hear that again. Sorry.
Like a girl that knows she's fit, so I say control the prick, but I don't mean your penis. We don't need a new Slick Rick. Kanye West doesn't beat us.
Still didn't catch it, but anyway. Man, these samples are crazy.
I saw rappers are art when I started and narrated. Now I still feel the love, but I've uncovered lots of hatred. Blame the in for their heads, but rap like they're decapitated. Stab a back or sever in their ruthless quest just to make it my words. Or strip you naked and throw stones at your snake corpse. I keep it real to me so I don't bother with the rape talk. The fake walk's a big part and acts like he knows it, but comes unstuck in situations where he has to prove it. So we sit back and watch him play themselves like masturbation, seeing that they've learned to come but haven't mastered penetration. People picking beats because they feel.
Watch you play yourself like masturbation. And then what do you say about they got you learned to come but you haven't mastered penetration? Oh my.
I'm stuck in situations where he has to prove it, so we sit back and watch him play themselves like masturbation, seeing that they've learned to come but haven't mastered penetration. People picking beats but
watch you play yourself but you haven't mastered penetration. Man, I can't even begin to even start to think about breaking that track or that bar down.
masturbation, seeing that they've learned to come but haven't mastered penetration. People picking beats because they think the sound is money making. Get the honey shaking, but doing nothing that's groundbreaking. So I see the divide between.
All right, I gotta try to break that track, that bar down. So is he talking about? Because even that last part there, where he's talking about, you're not breaking in, not not doing something that's meaningful, but you're all about yourself. You're all about the kind of like we were talking about earlier about the all about the fake cars, the fake women, the fake houses, and all that kind of stuff. So like that's masturbation. There's that famous line in Fight Club, which I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's talking about what do you say? Brad Pitt's character says self-improvement is masturbation. Obviously, I don't feel that way, but what I'm saying is like, you're all about yourself, but then you haven't mastered penetration, meaning like, you're not good enough to penetrate in terms of getting out there and actually making, getting a footing in the industry. Maybe you're sound. What do they call? They make fun of SoundCloud rappers, right? That's like a put down in the hip hop industry. You're nothing but a SoundCloud rapper. So it's kind of like that. He's talking about you're a SoundCloud rapper, but you haven't made the penetration. You haven't come out and actually got a following. I could be completely wrong because I'm 2 beers in and I'm a little bit of a tool at the moment.
Making, get the honey shaking, but doing nothing that's groundbreaking. So I see the divide between me and you, between true and without a clue. And guessing every move you do, but man, I boom up and freestyle and smoke weed daily. If that means I'm a cliche, that's just how life made me. Pull up with it's a lyrical man, it's credibility. I'm out here in a serious car. Living in the fantasy world, kid, you're killing me. From the underground, I'm down with the get down.
That's what's going on in the industry right now. Hip hop with no meaning, like that's what it was made for, to tell stories, tell about life.
Hip hop, which I grew to love, is polluted with a lot of people making up stuff.
Everything's authentic when I said I'm authentic.
It's working now.
Yeah, that really does. And the whole video is. Hey, y'all, Bob.
See, it's kind of like what it's like what I was saying earlier, man. This is an ill-informed beat, and it's just like this one. I think no one could be any better than Leaf Dog. All of a sudden, Ill-informed comes with this friggin'. It's ridiculous. What a nice friggin' beat this is.
Yeah, I'm in Newport, no Newports, we're sparking the city. Roll the shoehorn to suit on, we're marking the city. It's hardly a pretty sight, like laughing with Biggie. I'll take a ride to your party to chart my mystery. Ha, so did you miss me? I'm on the Mr. Bean, twisted wizard leaf. Go fiddle with your wizard sleeve. I get the disc for free, Bomber G, the rest is history.
What do you say? I'm on the Mr. Bean twisted wizard leaf? I don't think we have that over here. I could be wrong.
Go fiddle with your wizard sleeve. I get the disc for free. Bomber G, the rest is history. I wouldn't recommend it. The end depends on physics B. That's for Bristol, bigger buds and fake plans. Bring the same slang and innovate and create it within the same span. Came in with no game plan, but managing, not madness. Balancing the blacklist with the place rhyme jams and overlay lines. Sorry for that. We were young and growing up in it with nothing but a vision like T. I'm doing that. True, divine mind straight off of the track. Jack for your tinnies and caps, no beef, fun for the map. We speak true, real shit with a similar view and connect through the dots like tuna fisherman knew. VA, I need a PA, picking my Zeus and going through my PRS. Yes, visions come true, but still I'm sat here with that skunky eyed song.
I'm really loving Rez's flow on this beat. It matches so friggin' nice. And this popped into my head. Have any of you guys watched Rez do his? He eats tinned mackerel and he does a review. It's on YouTube if you haven't checked it out. Check it out. It's friggin' hilarious. Personally, myself, I've never had tinned mackerel, nor do I ever want to have tinned mackerel. But hey man, it made me laugh. But yeah, this is the Rez, man, that I've seen make that gradual leap from Two Kids to where he is now, where he's just got that mature flow. He just jumps on the beat and is just friggin'. I just love it, man. He gets right down into my soul when he raps.
PRS, yes, visions come true, but still I'm sat here with that skunky eyed song vibe like a month on ice types, but my lunch was nice. Why? Because I put in the work with 1 foot in the heavens and 1 foot in the dirt. For the love, I really need the cream. I'm all about the real shit, but really feed my dreams. See, I'm living like a kid, with money like a peasant. Y'all have I done it wrong, or am I trying to find the lessons?
Yeah, I'm loving that. Doing it for the love, living like a king, but money like a peasant. I love that. That's nice.
With money like a peasant, y'all have I done it wrong, or am I trying to find the lessons? I do it for the love, I really need the cream. I'm all about the real shit, but really feed my dreams. See, I'm living like a king, with money like a peasant. Y'all have I done it wrong, or am I trying to find the lessons? They say it's too cold. I should have been a paid killer. Made Skrilla, made dinner, still made the train with her. Burner in the bag on my back, hot as a mask sinner. Been around since Beckler was down as a smack spinner. And Woodley's up on E Street and bully rushing the DC. I was brought up where the races were sucking on gas freely, cutting the pie, smashing the wheelies, casting their freebies, trying to cash in all this stuff from a night. I could buy a genie, make a wish. I pray you don't get caught up in the matrix with the plagiarist agents aiming to take remake and make the quids take a hit. And keep it moving like a rocky speed. Still I own all of my musical feet property. I kept it me, I kept it G, I kept it honest, I kept it free, I kept it.
Don't knock the tin mackerel, okay? But man, I'm loving this, like this whole idea of the fact that, and I've used the term so many times, but you know, because it really resonates with me is when Verb T said, you know, do it for the love, not for the shine. And that's basically what Rez is talking about, man. It's like he does it for the love, and he didn't sell his soul to some some record company. He didn't have to change who he was to fit somebody else's definition of a hip hop artist. And you know, he's got his own record label, Green Brick Records, he gets to keep all that shit, man. Everything that he's done, it's his, and he owns that. And he's living like a king, but then it's not making him a ton of cash, man. But he's living like a king off it.
To peers, I kept my head, you lost it. I rep the scene, respect the team. I check my green and profits, and I've never been an extra. Please, I let you see my no shit. For the love, but really need the cream. I'm all about the real shit, but really feed my dreams. See, I'm living like a kid, with money like a peasant. Y'all have I done it wrong, or am I trying to find the lessons? I do it for the love, but really need the cream. I'm all about the real shit, but really feed my dreams. See, I'm living like a kid, with money like a peasant. Y'all have I done it wrong, or am I trying to find the lessons?
Oh man, that beat is so stupid.
With money like a peasant, y'all have I done it wrong, or am I trying to find the lessons?
Ali, if I open the third beer, the next 3 hours will just be me lying back in the chair with whatever plays, man. So true. Okay, so the last thing I thought I would hear is a friggin' accordion in a rap song, but okay.
Ghost town, Andre motherfuckers, Dabbla, Arriba,
Hey Steve, actually, you know what? That had been my plan, because I looked everywhere. I have all these little corner stores around here that sell beer, and that was my plan. I really wanted to, because I do love it, man. I have a Polish friend who introduced me to it, and I really do love the beer, but I couldn't find it anywhere here, and I was having so many issues. I had so many issues getting this all worked out that I didn't have time to run into town to get the beer that I wanted. So then I'm drinking like Flying Monkeys. See, there we go. Flying Monkeys, 12 Minutes to Destiny. It's a raspberry hibiscus lager. It's actually brewed like 20 minutes from my house, which is kind of cool. And my whole family is from... My background is British, Irish, French, and I can't for the love of me remember the fourth one. But my whole family, I'm the only one that was born in Ontario. Everyone else was born in Nova Scotia, and that's where Alexander Keith's Nova Scotian beer. So this is kind of like my roots. So this is my go-to beer all the time. But yeah, man, big fan of that beer. I just couldn't get it. Yeah, so let's jump right in.
Ghost town, Andre motherfuckers, Dabbla, Arriba, I know them things there. John Baxter, listen, yeah, nah, actually fucking listen. Yeah, I gotta get it on smash every single minute of the day, anyhow, any way that you want it, I'm on it. I got a dash and a flash when I pull up in the car, let's crash. It's like that man in the max with a brand new batch and a brand new bag and a brand new chick and a brand new pad, that brand new shit, I put it down, you slack. I've had enough of the tour. Everybody's running when they can't even walk. So I walk in a place with a smile on my face and I wild out with a drink I ain't even bought. And you can take that to the piggy. Walk my office, start everything jiggy. Fancy a ciggy? Of course not, cause you run the job and you ain't clocked off, no biggie. But don't get it back to the front. I will say bitch, motherfucker, and cunt. No, just don't rock it right in front of my mum, and I'll do that till I turn 101. Or maybe 102. Stepped in the game.
Oh man, this video is awesome. Not only will I say it on record, I'll say it in front of my mom, and then oh shit. See, I love this Dabbla too, man. That track, Same Old Me, I love that track, man. I love Dabbla like that, but I love this too when he's just being an absolute clown. This is awesome.
To the piggy, walk my office, start everything jiggy. Fancy a ciggy? Of course not, cause you run the job and you ain't clocked off, no biggie. But don't get it back to the front. I will say bitch, motherfucker, and cunt. No, just don't rock it right in front of my mum, and I'll do that till I turn 101. Or maybe 102. Stepped in the game, that's under my shoe. Can't say anything's changed, I'm the same old prick that I was 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Are we really heading into Armageddon? Seems like that's what
When it's shoving down our throats, our future, let's make it our own, what you reckon? Sounds always told life was hard. Buy a big house and drive a nice car in school. If you'd ask me what I wanna be back, then I would've said the first boy on Mars. All I wanna do is get lean with my team, if you know what I mean, say yeah. I drink, I puff, I can't get enough, and I couldn't give a fuck like yeah. All I really wanna do is make moves with my crew, if you know how we do, go yeah. Don't care what they say, and I run away, I'm on the grind all day like yeah.
Oh my. That is so friggin' awesome. I love this track. This is great. Oh, that fancy beer sounds delicious. Yeah, it does. You know what it is? I'm not all about flavored beer, but raspberry hibiscus, this lager, I don't know, man. It's good. I tried it on a whim one day, and big fan of it. They actually have a beer. What's it called? Oh man, I don't remember what it's called, but it's actually infused with cannabis, which is kind of neat too. But yeah, man, this beer is dope.
How we do, go don't care what they say, and I run away, I'm on the grind all day like yeah. I'm done with the stupid questions. Never called this a new direction. Just goes down runs with a huge collection, and I can't be.
Shit, I forgot Ghost Town. Remember, I told you when I was listing all the producers, I knew I'd forget some cats, man. Ghost Town's another guy. Absolutely a ridiculous producer. You guys have all the best people over there, man. You have it's not fair. You guys are hoarding all the great hip hop artists.
With stupid questions, never called this a new direction. Just goes down runs with a huge collection, and I can't these two dimensions for not. I ain't gonna jump to the usual Batman gas on a back full of big.
So I'm gonna bring it back. You know what? I see you guys talking about Dabbla. I gotta tell you, man, he's one of the few cats. Rez. Dabbla, Mac Lloyd, CFAX and Converse, Barbarian, all these cats, man, G-Bag, honest to goodness people, man. They've reached out, they've thanked me for helping spread the word of their music, and they're happy that I'm doing what I'm doing, and honest, and they know that I'm honestly in love with the music, and Dabbla is one of the few cats, man. Every single thing I post, he likes it. He shared a couple things, I believe. Yeah, man, he just seems like a real honest to goodness dude. And I would love to meet the guy one day in person, because he seems like an honest to goodness guy, man. And it's great when you have someone that you look up to as an artist. And then they turn out to be someone cool, and it's so cool, man. Because so many times, like they say, you should never meet your idol. And that's not. I got a quick story for you. So I used to work in catering, and they had a huge event, and one of the unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs, but they had a bunch of Maple Leafs at this event. And they were so Curtis Joseph, who was one of the best goalies ever to play in the NHL. He was there, and also Ty Domi, who is a complete friggin' meathead. And so I'm catering this event, and I think I'm wrong. Sorry. See? I've been drinking. I used to do catering, but this time I was there as part of the media because I was at that point writing for the newspaper. The reason why I said catering, you'll realize when I tell you in a second. So I walked up to interview him because it was a charity event, and I walked up to interview him, and Ty Domi, who was his friggin' meathead, I asked him, Mr. Domi, do you mind if I ask you a few questions for the newspaper? And he pushes his empty plate towards me and says, "Get this out of here." Treating me like I was just like useless, or it really bothered me. And Curtis Joseph just kind of rolled his eyes and said, "Man, that's Ty. That's who he is." And that's the thing. Some people they reach stardom and they start to believe their own press. They start to believe they're better than everybody else. And here's Curtis Joseph. He was one of the best goalies to ever play the game. He picks up the dirty plate and takes it away. So I get the idea I get the sense I get the sense that Dabbla is one of those guys, man. He's the kind of guy you sit down with, have a beer, shoot the shit, and he's going to treat you like you're an honest to goodness friend. But so what's going on here? You have sorry, man. I don't mean I don't mean to be bad mouthing the Leafs. Yeah, man. You know what? Trailer Park Boys. It is a slice of Canadiana, that's for sure. We had some of the biggest people, Canadian, musicians, people in politics. A lot of people have been on Trailer Park Boys, man. That's like one of those things that started from nothing and became, worldwide sensation, and it's great to see. When I saw that Split Profits track that actually put Trailer Park Boys sample in it, man, I really love that. That was great. I really felt connected to it. Anyways, man, let's keep going. I've talked too much. Gonna keep this going.
And then I can't cut these 2 dimensions and all. I ain't gonna jump to the usual bear man gas on a back full of beagles. Sleep on the side and believe in the hype. What I've seen in my life are turning stuff to a feeling. Not be truthful, all I've seen is a whole bag of kids with assorted dreams and bare back manners on a fucked up planet. Cause they still full of chank, that's a building, please. I ain't trying to get wins as a preacher, but why with your best friend take you a leader? That's all I'll say, keep all our days in a big blue box in a singular freezer. Who's that geezer? Sat down grinning, shouting surrounded by cracked out women. He nicked my drink, get your shank out, kill it. Nah, that's backstop, jam down with him. Yeah, chillin', club full of upples, bare man, skin tight.
I gotta tell you, I'm really liking this this jam verse too, man. He's speeding it up a little bit and having fun with it. This is nice.
Got killing, nah, that's backstop, jam down with him. Yeah, chillin', club full of upples, bare man, skin tight jeans looking hostile. Me, I'm on a tracksuit ting with an HFT and a bounce with all my ensemble. Bruv, you seen them breads? Oh, fuck it, I don't even care. There's bare out wigs in the warehouse, rinsing the tear out, come fam, left up there. Yeah, life as it is. Bare hard work and it's finally crisp. So I'ma do me and keep running on stages, playing bars till I got a snipe for a piss. All I wanna do is get lean with my team, if you know what I mean, say yeah. I drink, I puff, I can't get enough and I couldn't give a fuck like yeah. All I really wanna do is make moves with my crew, if you know how we do go yeah. Don't care what they saying, and I run away, I'm on the grind all day like yeah. The hip hop scene hate me, the grime scene hate me, there ain't a better tag team I've seen lately. Giving them a high speed chase on the daily, me jam Baxter and go sound baby. Love it when the flow sound lazy, make it wanna go down, throw down, get into a showdown, hold down, low down, maybe crazy, praying that the game don't change me. Same old me in a nut, yeah, all up in the cut, yeah, trying to get my whole team up there, but they're fucking with the flow, cause hit double low by the blow like fuck yeah. Know you're gonna hear is top top.
Nice.
Crazy, praying that the game don't change me. Same old me in a nut, yeah, all up in the cut, yeah, trying to get my whole team up there, but they're fucking with the flow, cause hit double low by the blow like fuck yeah. Know you're gonna hear is top top, brothers on a cop block, man, and you can touch when we.
Like, man, these guys are clowning. I love this. This is so much fun.
Double low by the blow like fuck yeah. Know you're gonna hear is top top, brothers on a cop block, man, and you can touch when we got locked. Go rude boy, take a pot shot, and what you want blood, yeah, and what not. You can't touch what? Yes, when I come from pub and a bombs drop non-stop, feels like God dropping hot rocks. Feet off the roof, get loose in the cosmos, up off the compost, keep all fragrant. Anytime he impaler awakens, best full of butchers and blood stained aprons, abseiling to your brains on a razor. Low fan bases and alienating, and slow champagne and await the invasion. Who's that trapped in a 2D movie? 2 lean, 2 feet ting to the pavement, you stay there. Cause us 3 man on the 2 ain't fair. And all I wanna do is get masked on my fam. If you're down for the jam, say yeah. All I wanna do is get lean with my team, if you know what I mean. Say wanna do is make moves with my crew, if you know how we do go yeah. Don't care what they saying, and I run away, I'm on the grind all day like yeah.
You act like it was nothing. Down inside you.
Yeah, man, Canada's a cool place to live. I mean, I haven't lived anywhere else, obviously. I almost moved to the U.S. probably about 20 years ago. I had a job interview at a newspaper in Tampa Bay, and that fell through. But I'm glad I stayed, especially what's going on in the U.S. right now. Like, holy shit. I have I would not want to be there, man. I have my cousin who's dual citizen with his wife. The second that stuff started happening down there, they came up here. They've been up here since probably early April. He says he lives in Texas, man, and that's Oh, you're a journalist too, man. That's cool. I used to be. I did it for 12 years. I went to J school. Did it for 12 years. Started off doing sports journalism, and then did entertainment, did movie reviews and stuff. Found out that I was really good with graphic design. I became a newspaper designer. The next thing I know, I was art director. Moved newspapers after 7 years to. I was headhunted to a local competitor newspaper, and I was there for about 5 years. And then I moved on to become art director at a municipality. So, yeah, man, I got love for journalists, the real journalists, the ones that stick true, man. So, you gotta love sports. You gotta love sports, man. Sports journalism was a lot of fun. My dream when I was a kid was to write for Sports Illustrated. Obviously, didn't end up there. But yeah, man, it got me where I am today, and I've got nothing but love for where I started. I actually wanted to do environmental science. Went on my first day at co-op. I don't know if you guys have co-op there, if it's called something else, but it's like in high school, you go and work for free somewhere, and then you learn kind of the tricks of the trade or whatever. And I wanted to do environmental science, and I did it at the water treatment plant, and I lasted about 4 hours, and I was like, this isn't for me, man. I can't do this. And the only place that they had left open for co-op was the newspaper. And I said, yeah, sure. I like sports and I like writing. I used to write a lot of horror stories and stuff when I was a kid. And I was stupid too. At that point, I thought I was going to make the NBA. But that didn't happen either. Anyway, so yeah, man. So the universe, hey, man, pushed me in the right direction. Ended up where I was supposed to be. But anyways, so I can't remember what I was talking about before that. But Canada's a great place, man. I love it. I can't imagine living anywhere else. My brother lives out in BC, which is about 3,000 miles from here. And this COVID thing has been shit because I usually see him twice a year. And I haven't been able to see him since he had his heart attack back in October or November. He had his heart attack in November. So that was the last time I've seen him. So, man, it's tough, man. But, I mean, we're all dealing with that. And hopefully things will get back to normal. We can start seeing family and stuff again because I miss the dude. And the cool thing about Canada, too, is I haven't been to the UK. And that's one of the places I want to go because, like I said, my roots are in England, France, and Ireland. So I really want to get there, man, and see that. So if anybody wants to follow me, I only have one Canada Dad Reacts social media channel, and that's my Instagram. But if anybody wants to get in touch with me in so-called real life, if you want, my name's Joe Mercer. You can find me on Twitter. I'm under, I think it's Mercer Writes, so MERCER at Mercer Writes, so MERCER and then WRITES. I really just on that I usually tweet about writing and I tweet about football because I'm American football, not soccer. Sorry, I said the S word. So I don't know if anything, I don't know if it's interest to you, but that's where I am. And I'm also on Facebook, Joe Mercer. I'm on there. You'll recognize this ugly mug when you go on Facebook. So, but yeah, man, thank you about my brother. I mean, he had a heart attack last November. And then as you guys know from my videos, he also had the accident where he fell off the roof and messed himself up, man. I saw the photos of all the bruising and stuff. It just looks friggin' awful. So I'm thankful for all your love and positive comments. I appreciate that. So let's get down here and see where we're at now. I think we have one left, guys. It's Dabbla. Back-to-back Dabbla. So this one's called Spine. See, Potent Funk. I think this is our first Potent Funk track of the night. So let's give this a listen and then see where we're at when we're done.
All I need's a pack of Rizzlers and a bag of eucalyptus.
That was awesome. Perfect. It's so Dabbla, man. This is awesome.
All I need's a pack of Rizzlers and a bag of eucalyptus, and I'm handling my business and I'm fine. I pull up in the venue, order the entire menu, point at everything to tell you that it's mine. The manner of relating, watching how I'm operating, blood, I wouldn't even motherfucking try. And anytime you see us crashing to your nearest pure shout, Jesus Christ, I guess it wasn't my time. I guess it wasn't my time. Guess it wasn't my time. Guess it wasn't my time. Yeah, guess it wasn't my time. Must have been a sign. Must have been a sign. Must have been a sign. I guess it must have been a sign. I mean, my life was on the line. Man was out of mine. Wish that I was lying. Could I blame my man for trying? Life's an intricate design. Everything divine. I've been doing fine. You should grow a spine. Pussy. Like, how's it going? Dabs, I'm like same old. Still trying to get my name up in this game bold. Still banging my forehead against the brickwork, trying to make this shit work for everybody's payroll.
Oh man, like it's talking about trying to get his name up in bold, trying to make it work for everyone's payroll. God, I'm loving this. This is a nice. I'm really liking this. The beat is not overpowering. It's a nice beat though for this flow that Dabbla's given us right here. Big fan of this track so far.
In my forehead against the brickwork, trying to make this shit work for everybody's payroll. Oh, that's the smell of my nostalgia. How'd you like my appearance? Kinda frowsy. You're in school, how's it going with the algebra? Don't you know I made Jesus crime now, you know? I'm on that hybrid rap shit. I got that boom back and I fuck with that trap shit. Man, I keep it trilly with a million tactics. They haven't adapted. Yeah, ain't even skinning up backwards. Said enough, eyes welling up, middle fingers in the sky, screaming, I don't give a fuck about something or other. Your mother, life's too short to swell the small stuff, my brother. I don't know what's up with it, first with a fuck.
Hey man, that's so true. It is. Friggin' life is too short, man. Life is too precious to sweat the small stuff, and that's what I'm really working on. And that's goes back to me talking about Leaf Dog on the very first track, man. You let that small shit own you, man. We all do it, and I friggin' hate it that I do it, but we let it own us. Somebody else, I gotta tell you. So all of you cats, man, you show me nothing but love, and I appreciate all of y'all. And I know there's some videos that I've done that have been shit, and you know, and you guys have been supportive and everything, and that's great. And you know, I got Rez reached out to me on Instagram, thanking me for doing what I was doing after I did that reaction to his new track with Mac Lloyd. And man, I was high. I was on cloud 9 because I'm a huge fan of Rez. And all the comments and stuff coming in were all positive. And then one friggin' idiot, man, one friggin' troll wrote something just long enough for me to see it and then deleted it. And I allowed that to tear down everything that, you know, everything that had been building that day. The stuff that Rez said, the stuff that you guys say. One friggin' guy has one thing to say, and it tore it down. And we all do it, man. We allow people to get inside our head, and we give people all kinds of power, and they don't have any power over us, man. They really don't. So that's why, man. The fact that you're all on here giving me love, I appreciate it. And you fill my heart, man. And I love each and every one of y'all for it. And like Dabbla says, don't sweat the small stuff, because the small stuff will fill you, and it'll darken your heart, man. It'll make you cold, and it'll just wreck shit. So don't sweat the small stuff.
Mother, life's too short to swell the small stuff, my brother. I don't know what's up with it, first they wouldn't fuck with it, now they won't leave it alone. Trying to do your thing when nobody let you in, similar to getting blood out of a stone. Ain't no telling where it's heading, and it really does my head in every time I try and get in at his zone. So how you gonna stand there and give me a lecture about a singing? You simmy, I'm a shimmy on my own. Shimmy on my own, shimmy on my own, shimmy on my own, shimmy on my own. Now I'm on my own, now he's on his own, now he's on his own. Where we gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? How's it gonna go? I didn't even know. Why'd you wanna know? But even down below, as above below. Oh. Nowadays I'm like, what's the point of anything? That's not exciting or delightful, that's adrenaline. And our society is frightening and unsettling. I've scheduled in the day of reckoning and I'll be heckling. What I go on with peace, love, unity, sex, violence, strong language and nudity. I'm all about building new communities whilst flying through the galaxy like Ulysses. Had to let go of my beliefs, where they kept changing every week. Can't we all just get along? It's not a promise we can keep. Trying to find a little balance in the middle we can meet. And this world's so peak, two-legged animals march in their sleep. It's hard to feel a part of it when half is incomplete. Shell suit, flammable, delve so deep. Ghost town on the beat. All I need's a pack of Rizzlers and a bag of eucalyptus, and I'm handling my business and I'm fine. I pull up in the venue, order the in time, and you point at everything to tell you that it's mine. The manner of relating, watching how I'm operating blood, I wouldn't even motherfucking try. And anytime you see us crashing to your nearest pure shine, Jesus Christ, I guess it one more time. I guess it one more time. Guess it one more time. Guess it one more time. Yeah, guess it one more time. Must have been a sign. Must have been a sign. Must have been a sign. I guess it must have been a sign. I mean, my life was on the line. Mine was out his mind. Wish that I was lying. Can I blame a man for trying? Life's an intricate design. Everything divine. I've been doing fine. You should grow a spine. Pussy.
Oh man, what a friggin' track. I love Dabbla, man. So I saw when I did that, the same old me, I saw him in LA, but on Instagram and stuff. I think he's in Greece. Man, I would love to see him in person, and I love to go to UK. You go to the UK and watch a friggin' show, man. Because when I see these things on Instagram and stuff, the shows look, they look small, and you can get up close and be part of the show rather than these giant arena crowds, man, that you see now with a lot of cats over here. But so that's the last track of the night. Oh, there's my cat. Where are you? I don't know where she is. She's crying, but you want out? Hang on, I'll be right back. There you go. Have fun. So, is there before we go? Is there anything comments wise? Want to chat? Ask any questions or whatever in the comments that I can answer or whatever like that? Let me know. It's true, man. Ali is, Ali says that has a quote there. We don't, I won't take a compliment, but you'll spend several hours thinking about a single mean remark. I mean, how many of us were like, somebody will pay us a compliment and we immediately follow it up with, someone will say, oh man, this meal is terrific. Thank you very much. And the very first thing we do is, yeah, I think I cooked the meat a little bit too long. Whatever it is, man. We have a hard time. We have a hard time taking compliments, and I don't know if that's like a whole lot of self-hate or anything like that. I don't know what it is, but Discord. Yeah, someone mentioned Discord yesterday or the day before. So again, I'm trying to. Yeah, no, it's okay. You don't need to do a GoFundMe, but thank you very much. Hey man, when the time comes when we can travel again and everything is great, I'm going to make it a priority to get over there for sure, 100%. As it comes for Discord, someone had mentioned to me, I think it was Thursday, that I should set one up. I did want to do that, but really with this being my very first time doing live, I wanted to get this, making sure that this works a certain way before I started adding another thing to my worry list to think about. I did download it to my phone though, so I don't know if I could actually be doing this and having Discord on my phone at the same time. That's another thing I'll look into. And no, I haven't had a third beer yet, because that's no. Hey man, I'm 46 years old, and if I have 3 beers, I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll feel like shit. The rest of the day will be ruined anyway. And I'm a huge football fan, American football fan, and so now that the NFL started off again, I'm excited. Although my team is garbage, I've been cheering for the same team since 1982. So I'm a very loyal person, and through thick and thin, man, we stick together. So. No, definitely not the Kings. I don't look a day over 45. Thank you very much. Hey, if I shave this beard off, I look like I'm 12. Seriously, it's silly. Yeah, man, I'm not going to let the haters get me down. Hey, I've been told too that if the people start coming and hating, that means you made it. Obviously, not that I made it, but if somebody feels the need to put me down, then obviously I'm doing something right. So. I'm going to stick with it, and like I said at the beginning, if we end up sticking around the same point and you guys are still interested in coming and listening to my reactions, then that's great. And the fact that it seems like every day High Focus is dropping a new track, Red or Green Brick Records dropping a new track, Potent Funk. There's so many great stuff coming out now that we have new stuff going on for ages, man. So this is great. Verb T coming out, Flip Tricks coming out. Yeah, so as long as there's stuff for me to react to, and as long as you guys are interested in coming here and being part of it, all right, thank you very much. So I have a third beer. Wonderful. So thank you, Vanessa. So I had a question there, but what have I been listening to outside of reactions? So what I do is once I react to a song, I download it onto my phone, listen to those pretty much exclusively, to be honest. My kids are big fans of NF as well, so when I'm in the car with them, I tend to listen to NF. They don't dig the UK hip hop as much as I do. They're not really into hip hop, but they are interested in NF. But his sad songs, they like his sad songs, and I'm not a big fan of. I shouldn't say I'm not a big fan of his sad songs, but I like his bangers, man. Because the guy's got skills too. The guy can hold his own when it comes to dropping some hard hitting verses. And when I'm working out, it's UK hip hop. And when I'm out going for my walks and my hikes, I listen to a lot of podcasts, because I don't like relying on mainstream media in terms of okay, that's true, Ali. I don't like relying on mainstream media to get all of my news. So I listen to a bunch of different podcasts from both sides to try to get as much information as possible and form my own ideas and my own opinions. I don't like relying on, to say, CNN or BBC and say whatever they tell me is the truth. I take everybody's information in, unpack it, and make my own decision. But hip hop, man, when it comes to hip hop, I like Run the Jewels. I like NF. I like Eminem. His newest stuff. For a while there, he lost me. His oldest stuff and his newest stuff, I'm a big fan. And NF, like I said. But the 99.9% of what I listen to is UK hip hop when I'm listening to music. Yeah, Yeah, man. When it comes, I know about that Jan Baxter book. I actually saw it on Instagram the other day. I didn't know about it until I saw that, man, and I was pretty excited about that. I made a mental note to go onto Amazon to see if I can grab it on that. I would love to read that, man. That'd be pretty sick. Underground artists. See, I don't listen to a whole lot of underground artists from the U.S. and Canada. I probably should. Man, you know what social media is like in terms of how the algorithms work. They just give you what you watch, right? So, all right, man. Peace out, brother. Thanks for being part of the night. We'll see you on the next video. Yeah, man. So most of the stuff that I get recommended is all UK hip hop now, and it's all the artists that we watch on this channel. I hardly get anything from any of the grime or trap artists. I don't get any of that stuff. It's all in our wheelhouse. And because I've been focusing so much on that, and I got to tell you, like over the past few years, there's been so much garbage coming out that I lost a little bit of that love for hip hop. So I'd only been listening to the older stuff, the stuff that I knew that I could rely on. All the stuff like Wu-Tang and Public Enemy, NWA, all the way back to that, to like up here, like Doom and NF Run the Jewels, cats like that. Stuff that I can rely on, because a lot of the newer stuff I couldn't. And I know because of that. I mean, I like Hobson as well. Yeah, so I mean, I probably could go deeper down into it, but I haven't. And yeah. So you see, someone told me Danny Lover is a Canadian rapper on Blah Records. So yeah, if you guys know something that I should probably know but don't know, feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to take a look at it. What else is going on here? So that I did start listening to that F24 podcast that had Flip Tricks on it. I got into it and then I had to stop it, and then because I was making dinner, and I haven't had a chance to jump back on yet. But so is it that F24 podcast? Is that Pharma's podcast then? Is that what that is? So do you guys find when it comes to so for over here, like Drake is the one that's the biggest. He's Canadian. He gets rammed down our throat all the friggin' time. Do you find that it's that way in the UK as well? That it tends to be the same artists that are propelled to the top and promoted, and unfortunately, it's the stuff that you guys don't really enjoy, so to speak. Like, is it? That's what it's like for me. I think that's where my love of hip hop started to wane for a while. It was always the the stuff that I would have no interest in. Like, to be honest, like the only Drake track I've ever liked is the one that Eminem is on, and and he absolutely destroys Drake on the track. So, so to have a guy like Drake, who I haven't heard more than one track from him that I enjoyed, to have him, propelled to the top and treated like he's some kind of rap god, just hurts my head. And I'm guessing that it's kind of like that over there, where it's like all these cats that that really don't kind of trying to think of how I want to say it, but things that we wouldn't recommend, wouldn't actually listen to. They get all the radio play and all that stuff. You couldn't pick Drake's voice out of a lineup of two. Unfortunately, I could. Unfortunately. And you cats are sticking around here for a while. It's past midnight over there. You can tell you're all a bunch of young cats. Let's see if I can see anything up here that I may have missed here. Can I do that? Yeah. Am I open for adoptions? Yeah, sure, man. I got lots of room. Come on over. See what we can do for you, Allie. Oh yeah, actually, there's something here about swollen members. Yeah, swollen members is it's cool, man. I started listening to them way back at the beginning when they did Lady Venom, which was a heck of a track. And but Madchild he went friggin' off the rails for a while, and you know, he started doing the tattoos all over his face and shaving his head, hanging out with bikers, Hell's Angels. He got banned from the he got banned from the U.S. for a while. The funny thing is, I met him and through my journalism work, I met him and Rob the Viking and Prevail. I went on to their tour bus, and you know, they treated me like a friend and gave me a couple of drinks, and we shot the shit. And you're 34, but you have the ankles of an 18-year-old. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, man, they were cool guys, and it's funny because you know the music that I knew from them, it really didn't mesh because they were not at all like the music that they create. But yeah, 36 Chambers, man. Prevail is a friggin'. He would fit right in with the UK in terms of his lyricism. He's a friggin' poet, man. The things that he uses words to rhyme that you would never ever think about using in a hip hop song, and he molds them so well, and he's got such a sick flow. Yeah, and Madchild did get ended pretty good. As much as I really wanted to believe that he didn't, and I really wanted. Yeah, Grimble, I'm with you too, man. I'm 46 and I have the ankles of a 89-year-old too. I tell you, all those years of playing football and basketball, my friggin' body is broken, man. I went golfing yesterday, and the very first thing I did was come home and have a nap. Yeah, I'm old, man. That's the way it is. It's the first. Everyone I've golfed with this year has wanted to take a cart, and so I've been driving around drinking beer in a cart. This time we walked it, and it was hot as hell. And yeah, man, I was so friggin' tired. Then I got home. I could barely make it home, and went and had an hour nap, and it felt better. But yeah, getting back to Madchild, because I was a Madchild fan, I really wanted him to have won that beef, man. But he got owned. Yeah, he did not survive that at all. And the stuff he did recently with Tom McDonald is pretty garbage too, unfortunately. And Tom, for me, I can give and take Tom stuff. I think he's got good skill, but like I find what kills Tom McDonald's song for me is when he starts singing the chorus. His chorus and his hooks are almost always brutal. But yeah, Chester P is obviously, yeah, he's in my top 10. He's in my top 5, 100%. One time, 36 Chambers asked me how to make a list of my top 5, and I had a hard time. I had a hard time trying to come up with the 5 that I would pick. But I know for sure Rez would be in there, and Leaf would be in there. Chester would be in there. Got to put Jam in there. I mean, like, what do you? So many other cats, man. Like, you know. Yeah, Cody, I agree. I listened to that. I can't remember the name of the track, but it is something completely different. It's that band XL, the band. Yeah, it's like a little bit experimental rap, but it's really cool, man. This like live, well, instrumental music with singing and beats and hip hop. It's quite an interesting mix, and I enjoyed it, but different. I think it's good. Yeah, see, there you go. There's Ocean. Like, where do I put Ocean? Ocean's got to be up there too. And then my introduction to, you know, to Remus this past week. Yeah, and then you got Jack Jetson. Today, Jack Jetson blew my friggin' mind. And I don't know, Blabbermouth. I haven't got to Blabbermouth yet, I don't think. So, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, to try to pick 5 cats, man, to listen to for, you know, for the rest of my life, it'd be difficult. But hey, Leaf Dog is what started this for me, because as much as I enjoyed that first 4 Owls track that I did, it was Leaf Dog that you know, really grabbed me and made me want to watch more. So there would be no, if there was no Leafy, there would be no Canadian Dad Reacts for sure. Yeah, I agree with you. Having a top 10 or top 5 is pointless. It really is. I haven't heard any Dutch rap. And that last track I did of Jam on Knee to the Face was an interesting thing too, because he did. It very much felt like a Blah record, but I really did enjoy it. I am interested too to see what the rest of that album is going to look like when him and what's his name again? Some guy, when those guys come out with that. Yeah, Life MC, Phi Life. There's so many friggin' great artists that I can't even begin to do the top 10. You're right. I will get to it for sure. So when you said you did a track with, what do you say you did a track with? You did a couple of tracks with Chester. That's pretty sweet, man. Yeah, I'd be down to react to a Dutch track for sure. Actually, Vanessa was saying that I should start doing things from further around the world, and I was thinking, I don't know if anybody'd be interested in me trying to figure out what the hell they were saying. But I don't know. Sometimes it's like that with Wizzy, right? He gets on a track and you don't catch even half of his stuff. I do have lots of stuff to get to for sure. Yeah, I saw Chester got his bike stolen too, man. That shit is whack, man. He seems to like I follow him on Instagram too, and I've seen some of his live videos, and he really does try. He really does try to make a difference in the community and the homelessness, which is a plague, you know, on so many levels everywhere. Like, there's so many people that are really fighting with homelessness, and that's part of the municipality that I work with. A big part of what we do too is trying to find solutions for homelessness. So, yeah, man, it sucks when you get a guy like Chester who really has his heart in the right place. He's, by the looks of it on his Instagram, he deals with some mental stuff too, with some depression, I believe. So to see someone who really wants the best for people that get screwed over and have his bike stolen and shit, that stuff bugs me, man. That's not right. And I find with Wizzy too, as much as I love Wizzy, sometimes, you know, he gets going and then not all the time because he has a lot of really meaningful tracks, but sometimes when he gets going, he says a whole lot of nothing really fast. Not often, but sometimes. And when he does that, usually is when you get completely lost in what he's trying to say because he's going so fast and really not connecting bar to bar. And I get lost some ways sometimes. Evil Dr. Hip Hop by Foreign Beggars. Yeah, I got to do more Foreign Beggars. I think I've done one track, I think. So what do you say, guys? 12:30 your time? We're wrapping it up or what? Any more questions? Yeah, I guess Wizzy's probably due, isn't he? I'm not sure when the last album he did is when it came out. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I've done. Have we done anything off his new album? I think everything I've done from him is off of Chaos 93, or is that what it's called? I think that's all the ones that I've done. I'm just going through here to see if I missed anything that I should. There's a lot of comments here, so I apologize if I do miss something, guys. Someone says Drake is a culture vulture. I did see somebody through my recommendations going through the videos. I did see somebody had a Drake diss. I can't remember what artist that was, but the UK artist. I believe that the idea is sometimes he steals from you cats over there. So yeah, if you guys want to voices in my head, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I got it has been a great night, man. It's I really enjoyed this. I had some butterflies when I got into this because I haven't done this before. So you guys have been great. You've been supportive of me from the start, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all for doing that and being part of tonight. This is great. It makes me want to do more of these, and I think it really does open up the possibility of doing complete albums like was recommended, doing the Task Force albums, listening from start to finish. I think that'd be pretty sweet. I think that'd be great. Going forward, I'm going to get back into some more recommended tracks that you guys have done. Hey man, I'm grateful that you guys are interested in listening to it, and I'm glad that I'm able to do this because I do see that because I do look at other people's reaction channels just to see what's getting done and stuff, and the underground UK tracks for the most part are ignored. Occasionally one will pop up. I've seen the Four Owls with Primo pops up because gets played because it has Primo on it or whatever. and there's a guy named Jeff Donnelly. He's been, he does a lot of UK stuff too, man, and he's another resource as well. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to stay true to doing this and doing this stuff, and because this is all I'm really interested in. Once in a while, I'll slip in some Run the Jewels. I did see that actually Run the Jewels did a track with 2 Chainz. A new video came up not too long ago. I want to do that, and I don't know if you guys would be interested, but like when NF's been teasing a new track that he's going to be dropping, and maybe it might even have Hobson involved in that track. So if he drops something new, I'm going to do that for sure, that track for sure. And the reason behind that is not only do I love NF's music, I also see it as an opportunity that someone who may never have heard of any of these cats that we've been reacting to, I mean, because that's what it worked for me, man. I mean, I was all about NF and Run the Jewels and stuff, and then I heard UK hip hop, and it completely flipped me on my head and had me find a whole new vein to tap into. And I really hope that when NF does drop a track, I can react to it on this channel and bring a whole new group of people to start listening to UK hip hop, and that's what this is all about. So, that's what I hope for. Anyway, I mean, that the Run the Jewels track was one of the most watched tracks that I've done. Whether or not any of those people stuck around and subscribed or started listening to UK hip hop, I don't know. But you can always hope, man. That's my hope, is to get these cats some recognition that they deserve. All right, I mean, I'll see if I can find that link that you posted. Do me a favor and post post that link again. I don't seem to find it. There's a lot up there, man. So if you post that link to that song when he was a kid, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna do more Skinny Man too, because I and Jest as well. I mean, I'm a big fan of both those guys. I've only done one Skinny Man track, and I was quite amazed by him as well. It's one of those things that I meant to do, and it kept hanging around, and I finally did it, and then shit. I mean, I felt stupid for taking so long to do it, but low key, I think I've been asked to do low key a couple times. I'm not too sure. Does he fit into the type of stuff we usually react to? I'm not too sure. If he does, man, I'll be all over that for sure. But to answer your question, I've never heard anything from Low Key anyway. Actually, I have a Strange You track on my list to get to. I believe it's with Jest. Dolph Lundgren, I believe it's called. That'll be, yeah, so I'll be getting them for sure. So anyways, guys, it's now 7:38 my time, and I still haven't had dinner or supper or whatever it is. Over here, it's called dinner. Anyways, so I'm gonna sign off here at 7:45 and go grab a bite to eat. And so we have about 6 minutes left. Yeah, low key. I heard that someone mentioned that before, that he gets political, which is okay sometimes. Speaking of which, I see that was someone asked me why I hadn't done the Flip Tricks track that he released last week. I was going to do it that day that it came out, and I was quite surprised because usually what happens when there's a new high focus track, there's like a shitload of likes and very, very little to no dislikes. And there was a lot of dislikes, which surprised the hell out of me. And when I went in the comments, there was a lot of infighting back and forth in the comments. And dinner is lunch. Okay. So I'm going for supper. Supper is served. I got to go eat supper. Yeah, man. So I saw there was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of angry people going back and forth, and I didn't want to bring that right now. I didn't want to bring that onto my channel because I mean, in a situation like that, is like, again, it's one of those things where everyone has to have their own opinion, and it's difficult because we live in a world where we have, you can go on YouTube and you can find thousands and thousands of videos all about the Earth is flat, or that any number of things you talk about. I'm not suggesting that everything that he's talking about is a conspiracy theory. It's not what I'm saying, because I don't know what's in there. But from the comments, there's a lot of anger about what he was doing and what he was saying. So it might be a track I listen to offline and not react to it, because when there's topics that are that polarizing, it really doesn't do anything to provide a platform where people are going to argue. Because the second that people start arguing, you stop listening, and that's what we need more of, is more listening and less arguing. So I really don't want to bring that type of negativity to the channel. So I don't want to watch it and have a bunch of people arguing with each other in the comments. So. I think tonight, classic Canadian eating. See, I grew up, like I said, I have some Irish background, and so I grew up with a lot of boiled food. So I had like a lot of boiled potatoes, boiled meat. Throw everything in a pot and boil it for 12 hours. That would be my dinner. But I also grew up in a household that didn't have a whole lot of money, so I had a lot of low class dinners as well. A lot of ground beef and a lot of pork. But tonight I think I'm having. I don't know. I know I'm having chicken. I don't know what's going with the chicken, but I'm having chicken. But if I could have anything, I'd have pizza's probably. Well, cabbage rolls are my favorite food in the world. But if I had to pick something fast food wise, it would be pizza. I love pizza. And burgers, man, I freaking love bacon cheeseburgers, are the best. We need to let Joe go get some beaver. Well, I have 3 beers in me, so you never know. Hey, Slippa, if you have Twitter or whatever, send me that link to that track or on Instagram or whatever it is. It's kind of weird on here. So yeah, if you want to send me on Twitter, it's if you you know what, I'm gonna type it in here so you see it. This is my Twitter. So that's my Twitter there, and you can just look me up. Oops. That's me if you want my name, if you want to look me up on Facebook. And I also have, I think it's J. Michael Mercer. I have a second Instagram account, which is more of a personal thing where I just, I like going out and shooting some like abandoned places and stuff like that. So I do that. I like landscapes and stuff. So if you just want to, that J. Michael Mercer one is just me shooting, houses and stuff like that. So, but I got some funny nostrils. Okay, that's nice. The trolls are out. You want my bank details? Yeah, sure. Hang on, I'll get that for you just right now. Come on. Yeah, man, I'd love for you guys to follow me because it's a great way to connect. If you want to, if you want to just chat or send me messages or whatever, I mean, it's a nice little way to stay connected. I find that sometimes YouTube can feel very sterile and one-way street. So if you ever feel like you want to, if you ever want to do that, that's cool too, man. But I'm going to warn you, on Twitter, it's basically just writing and football. So, so just to warn you. And my one Instagram account is just basically pictures of sunsets and abandoned buildings. So you've been warned. And Facebook, I hardly ever go on Facebook because I find most people on Facebook are crazy and they just want to yell and scream at each other. So, well, that's kind of like Twitter too. A lot of angry people on Twitter. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go. I'm hungry as shit because all I had to eat this morning, like I ate at 10 o'clock this morning and all I've had was 3 beers since then. So I'm hungry and I'm humbled that you guys have been here and spent time with me almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't even tell you, man, what this means to me. Let's keep it rolling. And Monday, we'll get back at it and get back on some tracks. And we'll chat about the possibility of doing some full album reactions. So love you guys. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And be good to each other. It's beaver time. Yes, it's beaver time.